Well, I mean, I think we can still be heard okay. So, I mean, we could just run with this. I mean, it might not, the sound quality might not be amazing, but we can still be heard. So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, as long as you guys can hear them, I don't know. I guess it's fine. I was under the impression maybe they can't really make you out, but I don't know. Anyways, we'll just get to it. No more.
Yeah, let's just roll with it.
So let me set the scene while some people filter in, although they probably already have, as I've been doing. So Devil May Cry 4 sold pretty well. In fact, it sold quite well, but I think Capcom wanted to sell, like, really, really, really well. They put a lot of work into it, took a lot of time, and it was one of their big 3 launch titles for this generation, or the previous generation, but... and also it was kind of a fad for a while, and still kind of is, for Japanese companies to just, like, give their IPs to Western developers. And so they were like, okay, we'll do that, I guess. And they picked out Ninja Theory, who had previously made Heavenly Sword, and...
Yeah, Heavenly Sword. It was a PS3 launch game.
Yeah, they went from making a game called, like, Kung Fu Chaos, which was, like, a really... It was their first go, and it was, like, a really shitty, like, Xbox Live Arcade title, basically. And it got, like, no promotion, and they were really pissed. And there's a whole story there that maybe we'll talk about later, but... they went straight from that, and that was like their step-up game. Like, okay, let's do it now. And they made Heavenly Sword, and it got tons of promotion. And it was like the PlayStation 3 demo game. Like, it was like one of the 3 games that Sony put first and foremost to make people want to buy a PlayStation 3. When it actually came out, it wasn't all that popular, but everyone in the press, everyone in like the... It got so much fucking hype that everybody loved it anyway. And it's not really like a complex game to play mechanically. It and their follow-up game, Enslaved Journey to the West, are like big action adventures that are theoretically similar to Devil May Cry games, but they're not really about like the combat. They're about the feel of the game and like the sort of going through a narrative and making the combat feel good rather than be, you know, like a fighting game or something. So I think Capcom wanted to get a little bit of that, but they also sent over some of their own people to help make this game more like Devil May Cry. And so what we ended up with is a weird mix of like Devil May Cry style like complicated combat and really sort of guiding your hand and making you do cool shit automatically by pressing a button style combat. And it's actually really good, but everybody hates it for different reasons, and that's mostly what I'm going to be talking about. But first, we will play... Let me turn the volume up a bit more. I feel like it's pretty low. Is it alright for you guys? For you two?
I can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it just fine. Yep.
When you first turn on the game, you get this intro sequence that doesn't play otherwise, so I'll just start with that.
Hey, did you know you can customize your controller setup in the options menu?
I heard that somewhere.
Sorry, you guys are on a 15-minute delay. 15-minute, I mean...
Oh, dear.
15-second delay.
Welcome from the past.
Yes, by close of
You're on
trading
a second
time.
time.
No, you can't have more time. You know the terms, you know the consequences.
Imagery? I'm a fan.
No, this is not a veiled threat. This is a direct one. Should you fail to comply, the collapse of the economy will be on your head. I will make sure that you are stripped of power, shamed, and hated. Is that clear enough for you? Ah.
So guess who this
Friday
is?
it is then. You have a good night, Mr. President.
This is Dante.
That would be hilarious, but no, it is Richie, no. It'll be really funny to me if you can
Did you
guess
get it, my
before
darling?
they say his name.
Over $1 trillion.
Oh,
Soon I will own everything.
With the
worth
bald
it.
guy?
Yes.
I will control the world.
Not the weird-faced lady in the background?
No. You don't know. who-
Agnes?
the world is at last your
Funny,
bitch,
but no.
as am I. Nothing left but to grab it by the hair, bend it over, and... What's the matter? What's the matter?
We'll control the world through debt. America!
Illusion.
The world is at last your bitch! It's a great line!
Sparda. Dante.
I
Him.
love this game.
He's still out there.
The hunters will find him. They found Sparda and his whore. And when they do...
I will rip open his chest with my bare hands and feast on his beating heart.
I guess I don't tell you who he is in that cutscene. We'll learn it later, I think. We will.
That's not Virgil, is it?
No.
That'd have been great too.
That would be great. Virgil is in this game. I'll give that one away.
I think it's Daddy Warbucks. I don't think it's actually it.
No, it's a Devil May Cry character.
Yeah, I like this game, yeah! Oh yeah! Jesus Christ. She's dressed as an angel in an ironic twist.
Angels aren't strippers. Why are they doing this?
She can be
It would be so great though. How great would it be though if there was an actual like biblical angel, like a giant ring with eyes, like swinging around one of the other poles?
Yeah, like the many-eyed cherubim, just like swinging, like floating around a stripper pole.
Yeah.
The wheels within wheels wrapped around the stripper pole. I think I was crying. That's not. What's wrong, buddy?
Because demons.
It is hard to scream with your throat full of glass. It's in a different way, but I'm glad they're keeping up the tradition of the stupid music.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
That's also kind of awesome in a way.
It's the absolute stupidest music yet, and it's garbage outside the context of this game. But in the context of this game, it works.
One of their band's name was Comba Christ.
Yes, that's correct. They played at least one show with ICP, although I can't find any record of it now.
Even ICP is like, yeah, we don't want to be associated with you guys. Hunt him!
The music is like blaring, meanwhile the Western studio that had to take care of Dead Rising 2 is just like, we're trying to write a serious, sad story, you idiots keep it down up there!
Hey chat, can you hear like the lyrics of the song, for instance? Just, I want to make sure audio levels really are good and fine, so let me know. Yeah, Combi Christ is a real band. Like, they didn't... Unlike a lot of bands that make songs for video games, like, they actually existed before this game and continued to exist after.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually that would go right into the first mission, like right after you hit start, but since I was playing it from the menu. I think I'm gonna try playing on Dante Must Die, and there'll be a whole bunch of mechanics that I'm just gonna explain them over the first few levels periodically. And so you'll see a bunch of shit that doesn't make any sense. And then I'll explain it.
Oh, that's unusual.
Yeah, I know, you're not used to that. I'll explain it and it'll make perfect sense after that. Naturally. So I'm gonna try playing on Dante Must Die and see if I can do that and talk at the same time. Oh wait, let me make sure I don't have a dumb skin on. No, don't really have dumb skins. Cool.
Might be the trashiest game of all time, you guys. You ready for this?
The demons of being are increasing their power.
It's super trashy. It's an incredibly trashy
They're on
game.
the verge of controlling mankind. Citizens,
It's anonymous.
we've been kept asleep in a manufactured illusion for too long. We must wake up.
The masked lunatic
Kyle
you saw
Ryder.
there claims to represent an organization called the Order. Now, this group has claimed responsibility for several serious attacks in recent weeks. He is undoubtedly a traitor and a terrorist. And I, for one, am not for the death penalty. One way to do it. Illegally shoot the son of a bitch. This is Bob.
Got the wings behind him. I think you might be an angel.
Get out of there! You're in danger!
He is an angle and a death.
He
Guess
could be
that's
your
a spoiler
angel.
for like level
Or your
2,
doe.
but...
Who are you?
He's drinking 666 flavored liquor!
Now he's on to you.
What are you talking about? Who's on to me?
The hunter demon. He's here.
that
Dante
late?
starts this one completely naked because it was cool when he started coatless in the third game.
He's dragging you into limbo.
Demon scum.
Also, your dick is out.
Fight your way out.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, they addressed the dick being out in just a moment. It's an amazing thing. And here's your first taste of the music in this game.
Shit. Back in limbo.
Ooh.
You have to fight your way
Paid
out.
for a hangover.
So he lives on a trailer in the boardwalk?
Correct. I mean, the implication is
Get
that
your
he's very
filthy
crazy.
fucking claw off my trailer.
Oh, okay. Dante's so cool, you guys. I want to be Dante.
King opens with pizza dip.
The Austin Powersing of the clothes. It's really good.
Missed.
It'd be nice if they did it like actual Austin Powers, and one of the things is like a picture of a dick and balls floating by in front of his crotch.
Time for rebellion.
See, he said the name of the weapon because the sword's called
Wanna
Rebel.
fight? Let's go.
He's a funny guy.
This funny guy.
So the game starts you right out in fighting? Which is probably a good idea. So did 3. Once I'm done fighting, I'll explain some of the mechanics. Well, not immediately. Once I'm done fighting.
Kill.
You know, Mantra says she likes this because it's the right kind of stupid, and I gotta say, I gotta agree. I mean,
Here's the
there's
thing.
nothing here I don't like so far.
Here's the thing, like, it is absolutely stupid, and they knew it. Like, they're not dumb. The people who made this game know exactly what they're doing. More than any of the other Devil May Cries, where a lot of the stupidness they thought was actually cool. Like, which is its own kind of charm.
Yeah.
That thing was- But yeah, no, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Anarchic. Savage.
I really like the addition of having a deep-throated announcer yell out loud in your style.
Sadistic. And with this music, I want Dante to get in the back of his Dracula. Remember when that was like every song on every movie for like 2 years?
Said that.
They can't hear us anymore. Okay, well... Anybody?
Well, they probably can't hear us because this music is just thundering in all directions.
Like, I guess I could turn the game volume down. I don't know. That's so weird. Whatever. My mic is at max. Okay, I guess I can turn it down. And then, like, you guys can turn your own volume. I guess you can turn Steam volumes up for you too.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
And I'll just have to
Yeah,
deal
that's
with the
fine.
sound volume being quiet on mine.
I mean, I've already got my Steam streaming volume is really low, so I can just hike that up.
Did I just
so
break
that's
it?
fine.
Oh, wait, what? Wait. Oh no, do I have to jump over here? Sorry, I forgot where I was. I think she's supposed to yell Dante this way. Maybe that happened.
No, she already did that.
Okay, I guess I missed that.
Because then he said who said that after she did it.
There's a lot of ways to move faster than they expected in this game, like hitting Stinger repeatedly. There'll be a lot of times when I'm not doing that, specifically because it breaks a lot of sequences like this and one on the walk. If I just Stingered through this, I would be way ahead of everything falling over, and like you wouldn't get to see anything. I would just sort of be Stingering down a perfectly fine board walk, and it would be a completely anticlimactic scene.
Ebony, Ivory, I miss you girls.
Which was a cool dude.
Target practice. Right on cue.
Yeah, chat, tell us if you still can't hear Frank, by the way. I'm keeping an eye on it.
Game. Oh, they were saying. I see. I thought Portaxx. They're saying turn down game volume in OBS because Portaxx. I thought they were saying you couldn't hear any of us. If it's just me you can't hear, then I'll turn that down, and I'll turn this back up. Well, maybe.
I think they can. What I'm getting in chat, correct me. I think they can hear me and Portaxx just fine.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like you guys were too quiet too, and I was like, I don't know what to fucking do about that. So I'm gonna turn the game volume back up on my end, and I'll just turn this down, and you guys can tell me if it's good.
Alright.
Oh shit, I'm blocked. There we go. That's gonna hit. Yep. Ooh, nice camera angle. Excellent. I love having looked through things.
Now we are all apparently equally quiet.
I might have turned down things too far.
Submit land. Oh, Boots' voice isn't feeling well, so he won't be interrupting the chat. Aw.
Oh, that's how he Boots.
Yeah, there was gonna be maybe a Jackbox stream tonight, but Boots don't feel no good. I'll try and fix any sound issues after this one if it's still bad. After this fight, I mean.
Okay. Boots said he sent a message about your OBS computer volume is too high?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I already got, but like, I don't know how delayed that is.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to... I should probably focus on killing this dude quickly. There we go. I did read it. I absolutely read it. Okay, I'll turn it down more. I turned it down more than halfway from what it was. Is it good? Like, I don't know. I'll just keep turning it down, I guess? Tell me if it's good now, I guess. Anyways. Now that we're not... It's really good, you mean? I think you mean it's very good.
That's what I meant. I get those confused a lot.
Now I can't hear anyone. What the fuck do you people want? Now everything is quiet? How is that possible? Everything is silent. Like, what the actual fuck is going on? That doesn't make any sense. Here, I guess I can...
By the way, hopefully the chat is actually being serious and not
Yeah, like, please don't actually troll me, because I don't understand what's going on right now. Let me listen to my own stream, I guess. Like, I don't understand why that would be so different from everything else that I've ever streamed. That is completely baffling to me. I probably will restart it at this point. That is completely baffling. I probably will restart it at this point. Like... Here, I'm just gonna stop and restart. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay.
They said it sounds okay for now. I guess tell me as soon as it goes bad, please. If
Okay.
it ever does.
I
You don't
will
even
relay
need
it
to.
if you're not
yeah.
looking at the chat.
Okay, so now I guess I'll talk about the game's mechanics, now that we've wasted all this time talking about whatever. So this game changes the way the game plays, the DMC is played a lot. There's no more lock-on. If you want to do something like Stinger, you just double tap a direction and hit a button. The game does kind of automatically lock on to whoever you're closest to, if you tap close to someone, but it's pretty nice, and it's mostly a helpful thing and not a bad thing.
Okay.
I'll talk about other weapons later, so instead I'll just say that every weapon connects to every other... You know how a lot of weapons had they have a normal combo and then a pause combo? This?
Right.
That's now universal, and you can switch between weapons. Like, if you do the pause, you can then switch to another weapon and finish off its pause combo. And just in general, you can switch between weapons quickly. And I'll just go through Rebellion's moveset and my guns real quick. So Rebellion's got its basic moveset, it's got its sort of area of effect pausing combo, it's got an air combo and a rising air combo. Oh, that's right, another thing is that you have two buttons now for attack. You have your normal Y and then your B is like special, usually launch or like do a helm splitter sort of thing. I've got pistols, they're pretty much the same. You can charge them up to do a ricochet shot that bounces off multiple people, and you can do these weird rainstorm and inverse rainstorm moves. Shotgun's also pretty much the same. It's got its fireworks, its normal shot. It's got a charge shot that's a timed bomb. And I've also got Kablooey, which is easily the most powerful. They mete out the guns to you periodically throughout the last half of the game. And they get definitively more powerful. Like, shotgun is straight better than pistols, and Kablooey is like really much better. You can fire 6 of them, and they implant into enemies, and then if you hit A and X at the same time, they'll explode whenever you want. And 6 of them together do a ridiculous amount of damage. So that's all the mechanics I'll do for now. We're in limbo, which means that everything is sort of like we're halfway in the demon world. And we see things for what they really are, which...
It's just like, it's a spend, money is good.
Yeah, I was about to say, I love the they live filters on everything when you go buy them. It's so great. It's such a...
Gluttony is good, and lethargy on the burgers. It's so good. It's a really great concept.
Submit to debt.
And they do a lot with that graphics filter.
It looks good. It works really well.
That's why Dante's so jaded.
Please tell me there's a scene where he tries to get somebody to put on the glasses. Put on the glasses, man.
I was trying to think, not really.
Death.
There's a scene where Virgil tries... Well, I won't go there.
Okay. No, I was just making a joke. Don't spoil anything.
This area's kind of fun. It's got a neat little gimmick, just this room, where if you hit people into the tilt-a-whirl, they will actually die.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, stands to reason. You die in the tilt-a-whirl, you die in real life. Spin. This game has a lot of rotation early on. It's always a plus.
Here, I'll just do this a bunch.
Portaxx Gaming Monthly gives it 10 out of 10 spin.
There's lots of rotation.
Is that like your start to crate, Portaxx? You start to spin?
Start to rotation, yeah.
Here, I'll show you the blue real quick. Oh, that didn't kill him.
Oh, right, that was Keith David and They Live. I was trying to remember who it was. Anyways.
Oh, and one more thing, I guess. Since I am playing on Dante Must Die, at least for now, after a while enemies will Devil Trigger, which in this game isn't as bad as in the other games. They'll sort of get yellow glowy auras around them, and they'll be resistant to most knockback and take less damage, and be a little more aggressive. But you can actually knock them out of being Devil Triggered in this game there's like a handful of strong attacks that you can use to knock them out of it, so...
Combo breaker!
Oh, and these are the time and space statues now. They're divinity statues, and they cry blood instead of being hot minotaurs. A definite...
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about hot minotaurs.
Mm-hmm. It's easy to forget because I didn't use them much, but... Oh yeah, Dante's not supposed to have his jacket right now, but I think that only happens in the first playthrough.
Is that my coat? How did it get
Oh yeah, I remember seeing a bunch of like stills and stuff, like him just in a white. Oh, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
in the cutscene.
Yeah, that's why he's in the cutscene. The first time through, he doesn't. I guess there's no way to put that back. To make him coatless Dante.
I was wearing it 5 seconds ago. How to get up there?
Breaking news. We go live to our
When
eye
did
in the
this game
sky.
come out?
Steve, I
A
can't
while ago.
believe what
I
I'm
should probably
seeing.
know.
2012, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And it is very 2012 in a couple ways. And in some ways, it's still topical.
Oh, this music.
Jesus Christ, this music.
I like the chainsaw demon. That's actually awesome.
Yeah, he's rad. He's sort of like a weird medium enemy. Like, most enemies are lighter heavy. He's medium in that he can be somewhat resistant to attacks, but you can also knock him out and grab onto him and stuff.
Yeah.
When he goes yellow, you can't do much to him unless you use one of the handful of strong moves. Like this one right here.
You know, horror movies and games trying to come up with a lot of new ideas, but there's something just classic, viscerally exciting about somebody running at you with a chainsaw. Never gets old.
I mean, it got old when I was a kid. Like that.
Once when I was in middle school, I had to chase someone with a chainsaw as part of a choir thing. It's pretty great.
Wait, what?
Yeah, true story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn between wanting to know the story and not wanting to know and letting that be a mystery forever.
The actual context is incredibly boring, so it's up to you.
Oh, okay. No, you can go ahead.
In the choir we had to sing like, it was just some dopey ass song for, it was essentially like, all that stuff I got on the 12 days of Christmas I returned because it was too dumb, you know, that sort of thing. And like, I think it was something like chop down the pear tree with a chainsaw or something, and I had a fake glowing like hockey mask, this plastic hockey mask left over from Halloween, but like nobody could find a fake chainsaw, so someone brought a real ass chainsaw.
Wait, I didn't have it? Oh, I died. Because I fucking took so much damage the first fight. Sorry.
I know. Damn man's. Stupid guy being a jerk.
I want him to shoot his thing. Here we go.
Sending wall masters after you.
Yeah, I really like that his grappling hook turns the ground into a hand, because that's just rad. Like, also, loading at Street Fighter, and it's giant enemy crabs. Remember when that was the joke?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, are you gonna hit their weak point for massive damage?
God, hold on, when did this game come out?
Yeah.
I need to know.
Is this game just nothing but demon stuff and then like failed like old E3 memes?
I'd be fine with that.
Man, I can't wait to beat all these demons and then play some Ridge Racer.
Memons. Does he fight any memons?
Memons.
Well.
Can't tell if human or just demon.
I like this area because it's like a haunted house, but like, what is a haunted house? Like, I like that they go straight to the haunted house, like, but actually it's evil, like, immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no fucking around.
Hey, at this point, why beat around the bush? Like, subtlety flew out the window with the chainsaw.
This game is the opposite of subtlety.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, and these are secret missions? I guess I can just do one. Oh, I fell through the ground. That's interesting. The secret missions in this game are all pretty easy, but they're also generally pretty fun. Like, they're a little more unique and interesting than previous games, I think. Like, previous games usually had a few that were fun, a few that were pretty much just like fight a dude or go out to a place.
Yeah.
But these ones I think are all pretty consistently like an interesting thing you don't do otherwise. Like, this is one of the more basic ones, and they only take damage while they're in midair.
This is great. This is gonna turn into the 51 events from Smash Brothers.
Nice.
What is this beat to this music?
I guess I should add, I didn't even think about it because it's so integral to the game, but now that there's not a lock-on, there's not like a side roll or a back hop or anything. There's just a button to dodge roll that makes you invincible. But it definitely leaves you pretty vulnerable at the end. Oh no! The lady gets shot.
Oh no! The lady have a shock.
Oh no.
Everything at Tim Burton. Because scary.
Yeah, those are very Tim Burton. Ooh, I don't think I've seen that thing before. Hey, thing.
Kind of looks, what's the Psychonauts guy? Oh, I can't believe I forgot his name. Kind of looks like...
Who did the character design?
Yeah, Tim Schafer, that's what I was trying to think of. It kind of looks Tim Schafer-ish.
Oh, and things you can destroy when you walk close to them, they crumple up, which I think is kind of neat. Both a neat visual effect and a cool indicator that, hey, you can break them.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, and there's also a mid-air glide, which,
Exit. Good.
I'm not supposed to have until, like, mission 3, but whatever.
Not good.
It's just a glide.
Spider's wearing a spider huddle.
Oh, a rebellion move I forgot to mention. If you hold it down, you can do this move, which is named I forget. It's been in every game, but it's usually really shitty, and in this game it's actually really good. So,
which move was that again?
you hold it down and you do a long range attack. And I forget what it's fucking called.
Oh yeah.
It's been in every game, and I've shown it to you like once, and then never did it again. Because in every other game, it takes for fucking ever to do, and usually misses, and is really boring. But in this game, it's really fast, and you know, the game makes long-range combat a lot more interesting. So. Oh, these gears on the side will kill enemies and hurt me a lot. If that was not it.
Sensational.
Ultra combo!
I gotta say, I honestly like all of visual design in this. I mean, it's like over the top in all the best ways.
Yeah, no, a lot of people really, really hated it, but they were all like diehard fans. Oh, this is great. I won't talk over this.
Not in a million years.
That's such a fuck you to the fans. I love it.
Won't work.
Why not?
He's bulletproof.
Like, just... Oh, you're complaining about Dante's new design? Well, guess what? I mean, I think probably that was put in before people complained, but still, like, they had to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like the other DMCs have also like ridiculous visual design too. Like they're just as stupid and silly, just in different ways.
Yeah.
I think part of it is that like when people get super into anime, they get upset when a thing isn't anime.
That's exactly what
it's
like.
Like
brutal fighters.
I don't think they realize that anime can be just as dumb. It's just an exotic type of dumb to white people.
Now, the Hunt is actually one of my favorite bosses. I wish he was a little harder, but he's the first boss. So. But he's got a lot of, like, there's a good chance we won't even see all his attacks or phases. Sometimes we skip them. And there's, like, a lot of different ways to approach him, more than with most of the bosses.
Wub, wub, wub. There's a lot of wub going on here.
There's a lot of wub.
So much wub.
Whoa, he kind of took me with him on that jump. That's interesting. I didn't know it was a thing he could do. I caught on his model. I think I can only parry this when it turns this way. Epic parry.
Does it hurt?
But yeah, he's got that. He's got a... The other main, like, different phase he can do is to jump up onto the roof, and then you have to pull him down onto the Ferris wheel. But I don't think he's going to do it. He usually does one or the other, unless I really wait around and let him. Oh, damn, nice range. There's always those people. Yeah, he's going to hit me every time with that, huh?
I don't know if I'm much about this Hunter Demon's design. Kind of looks like something Todd McFarlane threw out.
Yeah, the visual design is not that interesting. I mean, he's sort of a throwaway character. He barely shows up. It's not that important.
Yeah.
In fact, he's literally dead. Like, well, not right now, but in just a moment.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's not a real important character, so I can see why he doesn't have much better design, but it is a little lacking compared to the other bosses.
Yeah.
In particular.
Game over. Son of who? Poor mother. I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you wouldn't be the first. My mother. I barely remember her.
Shit. Dante really fucked up the boardwalk in the real world, I guess. And then I guess I just let him walk away. That's fine. I mean, I guess he's no more suspicious.
That was fine.
Well, it did kind of set the precedent that, like, oh yeah, demon attacks and crap like this is happening. Like, people know of it, so, you know.
Well, people don't know of it.
My boss knows.
Oh, well, I thought that news report was saying, like, oh, there are demon attacks.
And he said it was a terrorist.
Oh, that's right.
At
Okay,
the very
never mind.
start, there was the terrorist on screen saying that demons are real. And then the guy said, "This is sorry." That might have gotten lost in some of the setup there, but the man in the mask who was saying demons are real and have invaded your world,
you're right.
That was a terrorist report. Like, he was like, "This is what the terrorist said." The Bill
Yeah.
O'Reilly character, and he is Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, I got them mixed up, like mix it together. So I got it now.
That master freak on the net.
That's my boss.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
He doesn't even buckle his seatbelt. He's so cool.
See, you'll see right here. It's claimed as a terrorist
We're
attack.
asking the public to remain vigilant. Further terrorist attacks could take place anywhere, anytime, and when you least expect them.
We have your scent, son of Sparda. Now it is just a matter of time.
I'm still taking guesses on who the big bald man is, by the way. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom really, really quick. This took a little longer than I thought, obviously. Be right back.
Who's the bald guy that was also the clown man in 3? God, what was his name? I'm trying to remember. Let me look that up here. Sensational.
Oh, you're talking about Arkham? Is that who you're talking about?
Arkham, yeah.
Is it clown guy, yeah.
Yeah, was it Arkham? Maybe it is. I guess we'll ask Frank when he comes back. Also, this is another question for Frank when he comes back, but why do the orbs look like handsome Squidward?
Okay.
Hey Frank, I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Why did the orbs look like handsome Squidward?
No idea. I think they're supposed to look kind of like the head of an enemy we'll see later. I think? I don't know. The orbs are definitely a step down, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, they're not making.
Oh, by the way, I had a guess. Is that guy Arkham?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, good idea.
But he a bald.
I remembered that character. That's how I knew. That's how you know I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the name though, so that's where Portaxx came in.
Good concept, wrong game.
Okay.
Is it Kamiya?
That would be amazing.
I wish.
The news guy is Bill O'Reilly, for anyone who hasn't picked that up yet. It becomes more obvious as time goes on.
Really? I don't get that. It's a really subtle satire. if that's
Well,
what they're
Millie said
going
he
for.
looks
That's
like
what was
Saul
subtlety.
Goodman. And that's also kind of true. He does look like
Not
Saul.
what I was
Well-
expecting.
Yeah, the kind of
the
old
idea.
white balding guy
Same here.
with the comb over. Yeah.
The demons are amongst us, Dante. They are enslaving mankind. The world is asleep, brainwashed, and helpless. We're fighting back.
I've been skipping
We're a
most
small
of the
handful
cutscenes
of
in my
freedom fighters.
playthroughs. I forgot
We
that
are
they're
the
just
last
like in
and only
a
line of defense.
fucking storage.
Fence.
We don't leave things to chance. We've accumulated vast.
This is actually a prequel to Watch Dogs 2.
And their collaborators, world leaders, bankers, pop stars. We can hit them where it hurts.
So this was the terrorist on the TV.
Amazing.
Face.
Dante. It really is you.
Here's the man.
Oh,
You don't remember
is it
me.
Virgil?
No.
It's definitely Virgil. I'm not even
Oh
gonna
my
pretend it's
God.
not. It's so good.
How much of your childhood do you remember?
Not much.
I love- it really is you and Dante, just like,
Why?
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Damn
told me
straight
I had
it
a
is,
car
like,
accident that
sure.
resulted
And the
in total
shrugs.
amnesia. Age? 7.
Your point?
Meningitis is a human affliction. You are not human, Dante. All war is fought with deception, and you have been deceived. Your past has been hidden from you for a reason.
Rewind a bit. Who are you again?
My name is Virgil. I established the Order to help find a way to fight the demons.
Besides swords and bullets, you mean?
Such weapons can win battles, but not the war. We use force, yes, but we also use intelligence, politics, propaganda.
You really believe you can make a dent?
Make a dent. With the two of us working together, I believe that we can defeat them.
So that's what this is about. You need me to fight the demons, help you save the world.
What else were you planning on doing with your life?
Damn.
You guys do seem really nice, but I'm more of a loner type. Trust issues, work alone, that kind of thing.
Dante, I don't think you
I like how he
understand what is at stake.
Straight out says, I'm more of a
wanna leave,
stereotype. I'm more of the
Turn your back on me,
stereotype.
I'm powerless to stop you.
Yeah, he's
Great
really just
mistake.
going.
Not just for yourself, but for mankind.
For mankind?
Yes.
What makes you think I give a shit?
Please give me a chance to show you
Show me what?
who you really are.
Oh god, I forgot it's called Paradise. The mansion is, I guess, named Paradise.
You know, I changed my mind. This game is really subtle, actually. It's really.
I don't remember it.
You will.
Can we
Cat,
talk about how
open the gateway.
great Virgil's hat is right here, by the way?
Oh my god.
Like he's literally
demon.
anonymous wearing a trilby. Like he's literally 4chan.
Our world and Limbo are very close.
Well, that's... I like him less now.
Well, I can tell you that Ninja Theory actually didn't like the hat, and they didn't want the hat, but apparently Capcom insisted on the hat.
That's great.
Or so the story goes. In fact, they made a re-release of this for Xbox One and PS4.
What's in the can?
I want to talk about this.
A compound I created based on an old Wiccan recipe. Sea salt, shark oil, iron shavings, desiccated squirrel semen, wolf hair.
Good stuff.
Go ahead.
So
the house
rad and stupid at the same time.
I found mine.
I fucking love it.
Now it's your turn.
How'll I get back?
We'll take care of that. Just be careful. You can get rough in there.
I like it rough.
Like, she's a Wiccan
really
who performs spells.
He doesn't
with,
seem
like,
to care.
graffiti stencils.
Just like you
So
were when I first
fucking
found
good.
you.
Like, it's dumb and awesome. Which is the perfect DMC combination.
Totally.
Okay, anyways, well, I guess there might be some dialogue here I don't want to talk over, but... Virgil was just moving his mouth to talk. That's interesting. Anyway, so the PS4 and Xbox One got an updated re-release of this called, like, a Director's Edition. It's actually, like, really sounds rad. They put out a patch list, and they changed a bunch of down to, like, really subtle gameplay mechanic things. That sounds like it makes the game a lot better, honestly, and I wish I could play that version, but it's not on PC, so I can't. But one of the things they did in the definitive edition is they took his hat away, so he doesn't wear the hat. Like, specifically, that was like the one.
Is that in the patch notes too?
I think it is.
Removed hat.
The only other thing they did, like story or game, like story-wise or narrative-wise, is they put in one cutscene that like explains something that otherwise is a little bit of a plot hole that I guess they just didn't finish in time. But they it's that, and they took out his hat. Like, I love that so much.
Like the picture, like the team that was gonna do that re-release was like looking. It's like, all right, let's get some ideas about what we can change. Okay, the floor's open. Anybody got anything? Everybody just kind of looks at each other, and it's like they all say at once, like, "Can we get rid of the hat? Yeah, let's get rid of the hat. What about the hat?" It's like, all right, first thing's the hat.
We were gonna call it the Hatless Edition, but Capcom won't let us. Again, they're getting a lot of use out of that filter that makes things appear and disappear, like that replaces stuff over the textures. They use it in their cutscenes.
It looks good.
SPARDA.
Yeah.
My dad. Great.
So that's a picture of Sparda. Every time that Sparda shows up in this game, his face is covered up or scratched out. Which I think is kind of cute. But also kind of silly, because literally in the first Devil May Cry, you can play as him, and he's just like a weird dude in the monitor.
Yeah. Demon with human fashion.
I guess I can introduce some of these enemies. These dudes are the Stygians, and this is actually a greater Stygian, who your first time through doesn't show up until you're partway through. They're just sort of the basic enemies. This dude is sort of, they're called Windrunners, I think? But they're sort of like the mini-bosses of the game. On more normal difficulties, they don't show up they only show up a couple times. And they're sort of really notable mini-boss fights. On this difficulty, they show up several times. But they still sort of function as mini-boss fights. They've got a lot of... They block most things, but there's a lot of ways to open them up, too. And they'll also reflect... I'll try and do it. They'll reflect projectiles? Oh, he's too close. I'm gonna fuck it up. You can reflect them back at him, though, and play Ganondorf tag with him. Ganondorf tag with him. And that makes him vulnerable. You can dodge most of his attacks in some way to leave him vulnerable. You can force him to break your attack, dodge it quick enough, and then counter. There's a lot of ways that you can make him vulnerable. Oh, and this game has a parry system too, but it's just if you hit attacks
What are
with
you
your
trying to
attack,
show me?
you'll parry them. And in particular, there's this attack right here that is really, really too easy to parry things with, but that's sort of the main parry move. But you can also just use your sword.
Hell yeah!
And now I'll talk about demon mode, because we just got it. So, we now have the ability to go into demon mode, which I do by hitting right trigger, and it changes Rebellion into a different weapon. It's one of my 2 demon mode weapons. Although at this point in the game, I'd only have one. But basically, demon mode weapons, you turn red. They're both on the red, and they tend to do more damage, but be slower. They're your big damage dealers, and some enemies who are red can only be hurt by demon mode weapons. Like this dude, he's called a rage. There's normal rage, then there's red rages and blue rages, and they can only be hurt by demon mode or angel mode weapons.
Who's there?
And there's a few enemies like that, where like if they're red, you have to hit them with a red weapon, or it doesn't do anything. But yeah, I just hold right trigger, and then I get I can switch right into a demon mode weapon, which is it's a lot. Like you technically have one more weapon to switch between than you do in Devil May Cry 4, but it's a lot easier to switch between them with just holding the shoulder button or letting it go to be in that mode. It makes a lot more sense than like, where am I on the D-pad again?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
But I'll just talk about the Arbiter real quick, which is the axe that you get here. It's the slowest weapon. It takes forever, but it does a ton of damage. Its pause move is this triple smash thing, which is the most damaging move in the game. If you want to cheese bosses, you pretty much just hit them with that over and over. You can also throw it, and throw it in midair, and you can do you can hit B to do a big line that is also a launcher. So it'll launch people up in the air. And a neat little trick with it is if you hit that launcher right when you hit the ground, you'll do it immediately, which is really, really good to hit. Even if it's not that hard, it feels good to do it. It feels very satisfying. That's one thing about this game, is like even if the gameplay is ultimately simpler, you have so many choices, and it feels very good to hit things. Maybe better than it does in any other Devil May Cry. It just feels really good to hit things. That's all I really need.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, feeling good about hitting things in a game all about hitting things is it's pretty good.
It's very important. Like, the downside is, like, you really do have a lot of choices in this game. Not quite as many as Devil May Cry 4, but a lot. But most of them are right. Like, that is the like, most of the choices in this game are correct choices. Meaning, like, as long as you're hitting buttons, you're probably doing okay. Which is definitely not the case in the other games, where if you're hitting buttons, like, arbitrarily, you're probably not doing okay. So in that sense, it is a lot simpler in this game. But if you're trying to play stylishly, which it should be, I don't think it's that much. I don't think it's that much simpler in a lot of ways.
Although it does make it much more Western, is the idea of, oh, if you just mash any goddamn button you want, then you're probably gonna do alright.
Yeah, they definitely, were more focused, like, a big concern for them, and for Capcom, was the series has gone on too long. The people who didn't play Devil May Cry 4 mostly didn't play it because they felt like it was a game that was... Wait, did I trap him? Hold on. I think I just got this guy stuck. I hope this round trip ends in a second. Oh, he fell. But they're like, you know, people don't play Devil May Cry because it's really hard to get into. So that's one of the reasons they wanted to reboot it. But they also wanted to make sure that it was, like, you could get into it. But they still wanted to make it so that being stylish was complicated. And I think they mostly succeeded. Like, it is easier to get... On release, I will say, the game was apparently even worse about this. It's still way too easy to get a stylish ranking. Like, I can pretty much spam 3 moves, one after the other, and get it. apparently on release it was even worse. I did not play on release, so I don't know for sure. I know that on the definitive edition they made it a little more difficult. But it is a little too easy to get ranking. In fact, you can die and use an item and still get a triple S rank in this game, which is a little offensive to me. Like, I'm not really into that, but if you stop worrying about the points and start worrying about just like what looks and feels cool, I think it's still got that in spades.
Chase down the ghost boys. I wish that was the mission thing with big intense like music and stuff.
Chase down the ghost boys. Whoa, that was interesting.
Go through your memories and cut a bunch of dudes.
Sorry.
No, you guys should definitely talk as much as you can. Cut me out of the
Don't tell Toast that. Oh no.
Oh really? Well, here I have some thoughts about the visual design.
Oh yeah, one thing about this game is it's actually really buggy, but mostly in a fun way. Like, it's pretty rare I find a bug that I hate, and it's very often I find a bug that makes me laugh.
Me too.
Buggy.
Buggy.
That was me. I remember this.
Is it kind of like Bethesda bugs, where it's like, well, that's... If it's not a game-breaking bug or, like, kills your save, it's like, that actually looks awesome, so that's fine.
Every once in a while, there'll be something like, I did a move I didn't want to, and I'm pretty sure I didn't put it in that way. Like, every once in a while, I feel like the angel or whatever gets stuck, and I do a move that I shouldn't have been... Like, I do a move with the wrong weapon, basically. But other than that, like, I don't know, like, I'll just sort of fly off into the... like, through a wall, or... or, like, an enemy will do something weird, or they'll just decide to jump off the edge, or... a lot of weird momentum cancels will happen. And, you know, speedrunners love the default version of this game, actually, because it's super broken. You can actually, like, break out of moves and keep some of their properties. And I think they patched some of this by this version of it. But I know that in the original, you could start gliding and then, like, cancel the glide, but still be gliding, and you just fly. And you could just fly. Like, for free.
Demons.
Awesome.
Demon power.
And you pretty much just do the very first part of this glide, except forever, and you're just always going straight forward. Which is the Dark Souls of DMC? I guess it's 4 if you're playing for style.
In what capacity? Because they're two completely different types of game.
I think Tetris is the Dark Souls of puzzle game, by the way. Just wanted to say.
Yeah, like, you might, like, what's the Dark Souls of Mega Man? It's like, I don't know, they're...
I mean, really, would Dark Souls
similar.
even exist except as a pushback to some of the concepts that came out of things that spun off of DMC? I don't think so. I don't think Dark Souls would exist without the pushback from stuff that came out of God of War, which came out of DMC. So in a way, Dark Souls is the Dark Souls of DMC. Boom.
See? Boom.
I know you asked it facetiously, but there's a real answer. Oh, I guess I should talk about the thing that just happened. I got the grappling. You've probably seen me use a few times. If you hold Demon Mode...
Bayonetta motherfucking shit going on in the background here.
Oh yeah, this is a cool little background. I guess the inside of Dante's memories looks like a messed up city, which, I mean, me too, lol. But yeah, if you hold Demon Mode and then hit fire, you'll do a grappling hook, and Demon Mode will pull the grappled thing towards you. Angel Mode will pull you towards the grappled thing, which is mostly for enemies. You can either pull them towards you, or you can go to them. Heavy enemies, you can't pull them towards you. And then there's also grapple points, which are always only ever one or the other. So like here, I'm going to pull this platform towards me. Except I'm actually going to pull me towards that platform. Basically, you use the right color on the grapple hooks and a little animation plays. Another thing that the grapple hook is good for is pulling shields off people. Which is good, because where's this enemy? Where'd he go? Here he is. These little babies are the hardest, most difficult enemies in the game. The ones with shields, because they're always like flying around. They're the only things that can, like, they can just sort of freely get out of your combos. They have shields. They hit you for free, and at the higher difficulty levels, they do just as much damage as anything else, so...
They're kind of like weird little angel cherubs.
Yeah.
I mean, weird little demon cherubs, rather.
Another fun thing you can do with the grappling hook is this. Just... See you guys. Bye.
Oh, fall down.
Alright, Roadhog. Calm down there. Oh my god, how great would this game be as if Dante looked like Roadhog? I'd play that so hard.
It's kind of like how I want Donut Drake to be Nathan Drake's actual character design.
Donut Drake?
Oh, yeah, do you not know about Donut Drake?
Yeah, in old Uncharted games you could unlock Donut Drake, which is Nathan Drake, but he's super fat and his voice is pitched down. But he's still like backflipping off of shit and like climbing up mountains and like just diving up, and it's amazing.
That would look. I just skipped that little cutscene with the woman. I didn't.
I remember it.
That's just what the cutscene is. Also, all throughout this level, there are flashbacks, but it's the second level, so they're all flashbacks to the cutscene we literally just had.
Okay.
Which is so fucking
Why are we walking like this?
It's so fucking good. Like, I love that they're just like, okay.
Well, I don't mean to get all game narrative hat on you, but I think it's like... it feels like they're doing like, oh, the scene you just had, here's like new context to it. So like reminding you of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, I buy that, except there's a couple of them where I don't really feel like it has anything to do with anything.
Okay, well... Yeah.
Maybe they thought that after you played the beginning part, it would be so intense that you had to put the game down for like a week at least.
I gotta recover.
Yeah.
Oh, the tilt-a-wall doesn't move in this bonus area. Huh. It's a unique model, I guess. Where am I going?
You got another handsome Squidward. Good job. Oh, by the way, so bald guy, I have another guess. What was the name of the end boss in 1?
You nailed it. It's Mundus.
It's Mundus. Oh yeah!
And
awesome.
If you look on his forehead, you can see 3 little marks that are like Mundus's 3 eyes.
Nice.
What does Toast win for answering it?
He gets to keep watching the stream. He gets to see this fun glitch that I found out that was already.
Ooh.
You can interrupt a lot of grapples by doing fireworks with the shotgun. Oh, this one's not that fun. Let's see, what does this one do? Oh, we move anyway. What happens if I do it again? Oh, nothing. Oh, these ones aren't fun to do at all. If you do that on some places, you'll, like, pull out another platform every time you do it.
Oh, nice.
They're here! They're here!
Oh dear.
What the hell happened here?
We've got to get out. Now! Hurry!
Damn, the whole place falls apart. Man, these old mansions just weren't built for code.
You can clean up your demon house.
A lot of enemies will be like resistant to being pulled with the demon thing, or they'll either be too heavy or they'll dodge it. Like those flying birds will dodge almost every time unless you beat them first. But you can basically always pull yourself to an enemy with the blue one, which is why it's usually better. Because otherwise you just always pull them to you. Spike. I love the screamy voices.
I was about to say, like, is he even trying to say words, or is it just blah 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 blah?
It's something something and we're all broken is what I get. Wait, is this? No, I'm supposed to go this way. That's right. You might be seeing a lot of pieces of wall that look like glowy red or blue.
Mom?
I could break through those, but there's nothing behind them anymore because I have those collectibles, so I'm not bothering.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and do whatever secret missions I remember
I
there
love
are.
you, Dante.
But I don't remember where a lot of them are, so.
fucking demons.
God damn it, demons, I'm having a moment with my mom's memory.
I gotta say, I expected to be like, oh god, you know, this guy's gonna be like Edgelord Loon or whatever. I'm surprised at how much I honestly like Dante in this. Like, I really do.
Yeah, no, he's like a good character. I think
Well,
it's actually
like they show up and he's not trying to be all like, yeah, you know what, like, or it's like, it's just like, fucking demons, okay, like, let's take care of this.
Whoa, why is that dude already enraged? What the fuck?
Anyways.
Well, there's a glitch right there. That dude is...
Did you...
The big Sawblade demon is enraged already, which isn't supposed to happen. He's not supposed to spawn like that. So there you go, glitch, I think. And once he's been enraged for a while, he just blows up on his own. He's only supposed to do that once you do a lot of damage to him. I don't know. He just blew himself up, I guess. Whatever. I didn't do it. So now we're unlocking the demon, which I kind of already talked about, but I'll talk about the scythe we just got, which is called... I've forgotten. What is it called? I kind of need to check, because it's going to drive me crazy if I don't. It's called Osiris, that's right. So Osiris's thing is that, well, both demon weapons are both the demon weapons are good at dealing with large crowds of enemies, but generally do low damage but lots of hits. So they're really good at dealing with like a bunch of tiny dudes, but they're generally not the thing you pull out for single individual powerful builds. The size thing is that it's got big, like really big but slow arcs. But the more you hit with it, you'll notice it start to glow more. It actually does more damage the more you hit with it, but if you don't hit with it for a while, you'll lose it. So that's sort of its special ability. And its other special ability is that it's the best weapon at parrying. And I'll go through its move list once I kill these dudes, I think.
Porcupine cats make Dante angry.
They are called rages, I think. Right? I think I got that right.
I assume that was their rage, not Dante's rage at porcupine cats existing. It's like, I hate the wuzzles! Get the fuck out, everyone!
Fucking porcupine cats.
Man, you got a lot of health back. A thing about rages is that they almost always come in pairs, and if you kill one, the other one gets mad. So you usually want to sort of fight them both at once, because when the rages rage, they're much more powerful. Anyways, let me quickly go through the Osiris move list. So it's got its basic combo, which is really solid if you hit a bunch of enemies with it. If there's like 4 of them, it'll get fully charged off that. It's got its pause combo, which is a bit more focused on an individual person. It's got its B button, which is this, and then goes into this, which you might recognize as one of Rebellion's old moves. It's really good for charging up your scythe on just one enemy, and it's also very good at parrying. Like, you'll see me do this a lot against certain attacks, because it's just an easy parry. It's got, what does it have? It has a Madar combo of this, and then it's got a second Madar combo where you pause, and it takes you upward, which you'll probably see me do that one a lot. And also when you're in midair, it's got a move where it reaches down and plucks people up, which you will see me do a ton, because it's amazing. Like, if you're just above dudes, you can just start juggling them. I think that's all of his moves. Oh yeah, and it's got a stinger, except slower, but with a wider range, which is okay. Oh, and I should talk about demon dodges. If you dodge while in demon mode, and you dodge at the last second, you'll get a damage boost for a while. It's like absurdly powerful. You can kill bosses really fast with it, but I won't be doing that because bosses are fun. And in angel mode, you can dodge twice if you tap the button. And you can also dodge in midair, and both of those apply in midair too. You'll see me do 2 angel dodges in midair for, like, a really common thing to do is to dodge twice, glide, grapple onto someone, and then jump off them, and then you get your dodge back and your glide back, because jumping off people resets that stuff.
Get after him. Down there. Cover the doors. Move.
So this is angel mode, right?
Yes.
Okay, you had said demon mode before. I thought you meant. Just making sure.
Well, there's angel and demon.
Right.
Demon is R2, angel is L2.
Oh, okay.
And each one of them switch between weapons, and I'll talk about the other two. Each of them there's 2 demon mode weapons and 2 angel mode weapons, which I switch between with the D-pad, but I'll talk about them on the next level. And then I think I'll pretty much have explained all the mechanics, and we don't have to keep talking about it.
That's fine.
But we will, because I wanna.
Oh, this is. Oh, I think that if I'd done it on this platform, I think that was the platform you can pull out repeatedly. So this sort of blue netting stuff is stuff you can only remove with angel weapons.
Cool.
Over there, I don't think there's anything. No, I've done the. I think I did both secret missions in this level already.
So Frank, I have a very important question for you. Do the ghost demon hands popping out of doors come back?
No. No, they don't.
Damn it!
What areas? Since the whole conceit is that sort of the world of Limbo is alive and trying to kill you. You could say the whole world is in a way.
Okay.
Because, yeah, when you get into an area where they don't want you to move, where they want you to fight the dudes, sort of like just the black demony stuff blocks off the entrance. Or
I see.
What have you. The world is definitely trying to kill you in way more ways than just a hand on a door. But the hands on the doors do not come back. It'd be fun if there was like one place where they did, where just like a hand came out of the door or something. But oh, did Millie leave? Bye, Millie.
Literally unplayable.
Yeah, I know it's a minor thing to stick to, but I just loved in what DmC 1 and I think 3, you know, the hand that kind of I love that, so. Oh well.
Oh, right, it's like does a little rar thing. I forgot that your grappling hook's like sort of alive, but only in that one cutscene.
Yum yum. Yum yum yum. It's adorable.
It's really great. So yeah, this is
where
Mortal
Kombat movie.
This is where we get the angel lift, which is the angel grappling hook, basically.
Nice.
And this is where they. I wish you could turn tutorials on. Oh, this is the only tutorial that always stays on. The rest of them don't. I think they just kind of messed up.
Dirty.
Dirty. Filthy. This level's a little slow, because it's pretty much the tutorial level. Like, they're not on. I wish they were, just so you see how many there are. But basically, this level introduces angel mode, devil mode, your first angel weapon, your first devil weapon, both grappling hooks. It's kind of just everything. But without the tutorials on, it's a little slow. And there's also not a lot of fantasy because Dante is alone in the main.
What am I unleashing?
And you get tiny little glimpses of your mouth.
Really is you. Really is you. Really is you.
I think we're almost done with this level, though.
Okay, I was kind of okay with the reminding of the cutscenes. You know, like what I was saying, like giving context, but yeah, now it's kind of like obvious. Like you're just like, get it?
It really is you. Like, no, we knew it was me already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you get to see me get hit by the chainsaw. It's pretty gnarly. Actually, I'm gonna get hit again right here. Oh, you didn't do the big Usually when you get a thought.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, you kind of really get sawed into for a bit there. Oh shit, you get a witch this early? Witch is kind of the other mini-boss. She's not that dangerous herself, she's got a couple different projectiles that she'll fire to. But she's got a shield that can only be broken with angel mode weapons. And she can either put it on herself, or she can project, if you start wailing on the other enemies, she'll project it onto another enemy instead. And like block your attack. And she teleports around a lot. You pretty much just have to keep... You either have to make a choice to keep chasing her down, or to eliminate the other enemies to draw the shield off her. In this case, the other enemies are really weak, so I'm just going to focus on her. I really like how there's like a slow-mo zoom-in at the end of all the fights. It always manages to find a pretty cool angle, honestly. Like, no matter what you're doing, it manages to make you look cool.
Yeah. Not bad. Music's still good, by the way.
Yes. It's really weird to think that it's just like a normal picture of them. Like...
I remember my mother. Her name was Eva. She gave this to me. I had a brother too. We were a family. I had no idea of the danger we were in. The demons found us. When they broke in, I saw him.
I do like these
her life
Renaissance
so that we
painted
could escape.
cutscenes.
It's very God of War.
What he did.
A lot of this game is very God of War. You ripped out her heart, Jesus.
Yeah.
My father, Sparda,
Stop, put that back in, she need that.
who separated us. Hid us safely amongst the humans.
Well, I
Wiped our
mean, I
memories
forgot,
to
but
protect
now I
us.
won't.
That's why it all went black. Until now.
Barda's just a regular dude.
Yeah, Sparda is just a regular looking dude. In his
Yeah, Sparta's wearing like regular dad clothes and stuff. He's no monocle or anything.
Dad Sparda.
I mean, we never see his face, so maybe he's got like 3 monocles. I don't know.
His face is just a giant monocle with a face drawn on it.
In the other Devil May Cries, we theorize that Sparta entered the human world for human fashion. I'd like to think that that was still his reason, but he was into like dad fashion. He was just like, the Sears catalog is amazing.
Yeah, he was
I
never
want
accepted
in.
for his love of dad jeans in the future.
All the demons are like, Sparda, you are lost to us. And he's like, once I've tasted the pleasures of the J.C. Penney, they call it, I will never go back. Do you know of the human invention they call Sears? They have polo shirts and grills.
Look at these glasses. The lower end of the lens, you can read words up close. That is fucking amazing.
Pronounces everything wrong. Once I had seen the human invention of the bifical, I will never go back.
God, his fucking stupid hat!
Your twin brother. And I've been looking for you for a long
Medante.
time.
No, it's Milady, but it's actually Lady.
Oh.
I think she knew that this moment would come. That we
That'd
would
be
find
great
each
if
other.
Lady was just in this game unchanged, and she was still anime as fuck.
No, Father.
That would be great.
That would be really good.
A fate worse than death, they say. He's never coming back.
Although I kind of like Kat. She works alright.
Yeah.
She doesn't fight at all, but she's still
I want
pretty
to know
useful.
more. Where we come from, what happened to us. And above all, Want to know who's
That
responsible
was
for
kind
all
of
this?
kinky.
Well, that was just Dante's subconscious. He's like, God damn it. He's like, not now. So Dante's on board with being an anti-demon terrorist now. And this is the last of the tutorial-ish levels, although it's much less of one.
You remember this place?
Well,
I remember coming.
Virgil just kind of turns to the girl. Oh, brother scam worked again. He's on our side.
Some things have always been. There have always been angels. There have always been demons. And they've always been at war. 9 millennia ago, one demon rose through the ranks to take power over the Dark Hordes. The strongest, the cruelest. Mundus. But Mundus did not rise alone. At his right hand was his most trusted lieutenant. His blood brother.
Sparda.
But Sparta betrayed him. He fell in love with an angel, Eva. The secret union between angel and demon was inconceivable. But it happened. And with it came new life. Twin boys. You and I. A hybrid of the warring angel and demon races. When Mundus learned of Sparta's betrayal, his fury knew no limit. He hunted the lovers down. Eva was murdered by his own hand. And for Sparta, he demanded a more brutal fate. Endless punishment and pain. But even as Eva was destroyed, and Sparta was imprisoned for eternity, each knew that the seed for their revenge had already been sown. Because according to legend, the only beings that can slay a demon king are NEPHILIM, a hybrid of angel and demon. Those hybrids now exist, you and I.
See, this is still pretty fucking anime. Like, it's just weirder.
Mundus believed that only one child was born. But there were 2 Nephilim, and each had been hidden well.
Also, it was nice of Banksy to give some graffiti for their backstory.
Yeah, he hired Banksy a week ago to pre-graffiti the story so we could walk past it.
So,
also, like,
Mundus killed our mom.
why did Virgil have to phrase everything this way?
Because he's Virgil. He's still like the hugest nerd.
Angel mother.
And because it's me, as time goes on, you will see. He's still just like a giant, like, in the same way Virgil was in the other game.
Good.
He's a complete fucking nerd who needs to be overdramatic.
Yeah.
Spotter. Fucking demon collaborators. You're being dragged into limbo. I'll find Kat. She'll get you out. Stand firm.
Oh, this dude. I'll explain everything. So these giant dudes are called something I do not fucking remember, but they're mostly do not take damage on their fronts, but they're vulnerable on their back. You can demon grapple them to knock them over from behind, but when they get up they'll be enraged and they'll attack a lot more often.
Oh yeah, that was the guy who was enraged before, right?
No, that was a different dude. There's a different dude who's also the size. That's like the Saw Blade demon.
Oh, I see.
They look pretty similar actually, but they work very differently. I'm pretty sure this dude still takes some damage from the front if you hit him with demon weapons, but most of you hit him with that. Oh, you spawned right there in your corpse. But yeah, basically, like, you pretty much want to manage them getting enraged. There's a couple ways to knock them out of enrage. You can either hit 4 kablooey shots on them and explode them, which will knock them out of rage, or you can hit him with a fully charged fist attack, and that'll knock him out.
Also, that demon you had to knock down, he was, it was pretty thick. 2 C's.
There's a weird butt demon.
Butt demon.
Oh, you didn't walk that, you just sort of went through it, huh? There you go.
Now I want to see scenes with like Dante asking about these different demons. Like that, asking about the demon. It's like, so what was with the demon I had to knock down? And Virgil like nerding out. It's like, it's a this demon. It comes from this. It just is. And Dante's like, yeah, okay. Why do they have big asses? Dante just like, Virgil just looks at him and is like, that I do not know.
Mundus likes them big, Dante.
Puts a hand on his shoulder, very big.
I'll have to find another way.
So,
Deep.
sorry, I wouldn't have glide
No, that's
right
okay.
now. I do. I could literally just beat the level right now by gliding over there. But instead, I'm gonna pretend like I don't have glide so I can play the rest of the level. And not just skip it. Because it would be pretty silly otherwise. It's been a little while since I actually did this stuff. You don't actually have to. You literally just have one fight and beat it on your second time through. Oh, it's baby rages. So these are like the tiny version of rages.
So it's like the Twitch emote. Everyone spam baby rage.
Forget what Gmote that is. Let me see here.
It's the Isaac one, I think.
What's Bible from?
No, that's Bible. Well,
You're right. Whoa.
porcupine cat puppies.
So, actually, let me... Oh, I can't look up what they're called.
There it is.
So I forget what these dudes are called too, but they're like giant saw blade demon construction things. They're kind of they're actually a lot slower than the other big dudes I just you can't hurt them from behind at all. If you try, you'll just get knocked off. You can only hit them in their big globe, which actually has their face in it if you look. It has a little head floating in the globe there that will look at you.
That's where I keep my face. And my gut globe.
You can knock back their saw blades into them, which will leave them vulnerable for a while, and then you can wail on them. If you do enough damage, they'll go into that rage mode, at which point they will just be constantly attacking, and they won't flinch, I think, ever. If they're in rage mode for a while, they will die. I usually, by the time I'm getting them in rage mode, I'm probably killing them anyway, so... I have to take the one that doesn't matter. These dudes, like I said before, they've got into this not saw blade. Chainsaw guys. They have uninterruptible attacks, but they're otherwise very interruptible, so you just kind of want to keep them on their toes at all times. Or off their toes, I guess. Actually, now's as good a time as any to talk about the other two weapons real quick, and then I won't have to talk about mechanics anymore, mostly. Because I won't get the other two weapons for several levels, so I'll just talk about them now. There's the Erics, which are these little things. They're the other angel weapon. Their thing is that they hit all around you, with basically every single one of their attacks. And they're really, really fast. Their basic attack hits all around you. Their pause thing sends out little shurikens to up to 5 people in range, I think, and immediately brings them into you. And it's sort of ridiculously the most powerful move in the game, because it makes anybody who can be moved around completely trivial. You can just do this, bring them in, and then charge up your uppercut move with this thing, and then juggle them forever. And then do that, like, it's really, really easy. I'll show you how easy it is. It's just sort of infinite combo things. The Eric's other ability is really quick. It's got its air attack. It can also bring everybody in midair. You can do a dash forward attack, which, if there's an enemy, it'll actually go towards them. On the ground, you can throw it, which will hit people for a while. It's the round trip in this game. And you can charge it up, which will actually stagger people. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and it's got this really silly twirl move, which is actually fantastic. So
Spin.
And these are the chargey fire gauntlets that are in every Devil May Cry game. Their special abilities, you can charge every attack, which, if you charge the attack, it will make a huge fire fist appear. If you charge the third attack in their combo, he'll actually sort of walk around with it, like, pugilist style. And its pause ability is a big area of effect that will stagger things back, but doesn't do much damage. Its B is an uppercut, which is really good, because if you charge it, you can juggle things that would otherwise be not juggleable. Its mid-air attacks like this, which is like a big This is another one of like the 4 attacks in the game that are way too good, because it's very hard for enemies to hit you out of it, and it basically makes you invincible as soon as you hit the ground, because everything will get knocked back. It's real silly. And you can charge it for extra range, and also to determine when you fall on the ground. And its other meta attack is this one, which is a little finicky to use, but it's really fun. It's just sort of like a big spiky downward punch. And I think that's everything.
And it makes him make stupid noises, which I really like.
It does. He makes yeah! Oh! There was actually, and I think it's been patched out because I'm... Oh no, it hasn't, has it? How do you do it? Wait. Here. Well, yeah, I'll show you in a second.
Another
Let me
blue
get
rose.
this blue rose first. I'll show you once this. This is where we would get the ability to block.
What else were you planning on doing with your life?
We're back here again. I think we only come back here one more time. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I forgot 2 moves that are actually really important. The fists have, if you double tap with them, you'll step back and do a charge up, and then when you let go, you'll go forward. There's a little trick with it that you can do, where if you double tap away and then change your direction, you can move in one. Like normally, if I hit double tap forward, I'll step back, and then I let go and I move a little bit more forward, then I step back. But if I double tap back and then hold forward, I can sort of go much further with the attack. And the Eric's has a double tap move where you launch yourself up into the air and carry anybody in front of you with you, which is also really good. Oh, and all of these, there's a lot of these attacks that will have like special... The Eric's in particular gets a lot of benefit out of hitting, just like with the axe, how it does. If you hit the Eric's right before hitting the ground, you won't even necessarily see the attack, but it'll let you hit really fast and immediately go into the next attack. Which can be really handy to continue combos as you land, and then continue them back up into the air. But I'll be using Eric's forward ability and then glide to move around, because it's almost as fast as Stinger and it lets you jump up in the air, so it's often the fastest way to get around. Anyway, sorry, you talk.
I was just gonna say it's nice that the roses send you to Bastion for a little while. That's all.
I think I'm basically done with the mechanics. I wanted to front load it as much as possible.
I enjoy you talking on about the mechanics and all. It's
good, because I like talking about them, but I'm always worried that I'm actually just being really boring.
No, it's interesting.
Getting the hang of this.
Oops. Hit the wall. Alright. This is the game letting you know that you can combine gliding and grapple points. Oh, and if it wasn't obvious, the things with the big scratches on it like this, I break with the axe. And anything that's made out of red crystal, I break with the fists. That's their way of like gating content. By the way, if you're wondering why there's like a blue rose that unlocks Dante's powers in the middle of this courtyard, I don't know. that's not really explained. Maybe there's just a lot of blue roses everywhere. And these are the ones you ran into.
This is your home. I remember it.
Like, what is that flashback to? We already know about his home. That was the whole ass level. We don't need that again.
Flying rats.
I really wish one of the flashbacks was just him like making scrambled eggs in the morning or something like that.
You like fried or scrambled? Or scrambled? I like scrambled.
Or maybe it flashes back to where he was naked running around in the street.
Yeah.
Just like, why am I remembering this?
It flashes back to that bondage demon thing. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. Why am I doing that?
Or it goes back to that scene at the beginning where he's having sex with, where he just brings ladies into his trailer. That's right, I had a lot of sex because I'm awesome.
Donnie's like, that's right, I'm Oh, actually, this is a fun place to show. So there's still the enemy step where you can jump off enemies. It's actually easier than ever to do, I think. But they didn't really... I think they just literally didn't care how much power it gave you, because you can just do shit like this. And, like, they know you can do this. There's no way they don't know. In fact, there's one area later you can only get... There's, like, a recovery item you can only get by doing this for, like, 20 seconds.
It's the Knuckles glitch in Sonic Boom.
Well, funny you should say that. Give me a sec to beat these dudes.
Oh no.
That literally exists in this game too, actually.
Oh, great.
Oh shoot, the Rage is doing its ranged move and I can't interrupt it. Okay, I guess I can dodge it. The Rage has a move where it like shoots its hair at you, and it's really fast and tracks you, so if you're close you'll probably get hit. Like, it's not really particularly dodgeable. And you can, but the thing is, it takes a long time and you can interrupt it pretty easily. But the Witch had his shield on him, so I couldn't interrupt it, so it's kind of a dangerous situation. Oh, he's about to do it, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Did you guys lose the broadcast for a sec?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says you're watching now. Are you watching?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm not yet.
Well, you're missing me fight a witch.
Oh, there we go.
Fucking thing.
It's back.
So this Rage doesn't have a partner, so I can't get mad, because it's forever alone.
It's a memeing again.
Memes.
So everything's really interruptible in this game? How do I... Oh no, it's shotgun, isn't it? Oh, have I forgotten how to do this? Maybe I have. Yeah, that's it. So, every time you shoot the kablooey, it gives you a little bit of range. And, they just let you cancel things into things. So you can just do this.
There we go again. Yep. Fly to the sky.
It's so good. I know that the speedrun, I don't know if it still does, but I know for a while it did use that. So you just were like,
Like Bionic Commando Rearm 2.
Hype mode.
Hype mode. Oh god, that's so good. Every game should have a hype mode.
Tower, the world's most powerful investment bank.
What if DmC was social commentary, guys? What if it was a critique of Western culture?
A human
what do you mean?
Ooh.
Physical manifestation of
Tell me more.
Through debt, he controls everything. To Mundus, the world is a factory farm for human souls, and he likes to keep his animals monitored and docile. The monitoring is done by the Raptor News Corporation, a global network of CCTV cameras, satellites, and spies. The way he keeps us docile is a little more insidious.
What is it?
It's in your hand. Planet Earth's most popular soft drink, Virility. The demons have spiked it. It's okay. It has no effect on us, only humans.
Like, you must have bought that for him, Virgil. I don't think you bought it
in. So what's the plan?
That's the Hellgate, a conduit from which Mundus draws his power. While he's connected to the Hellgate, he's immortal. But we get him away from the Hellgate, and I'll start to do the rest.
So how do we do that?
We get his attention. Mundus is
I like that drawing.
He's impulsive.
Spin.
Hit him where it hurts. Let his anger rule him. I believe we can draw him out.
Okay, so to kill Mundus, we need to drag him away from the Hellgate. We do that by pissing him off.
Roughly speaking, yes.
And we piss him off by taking out the Raptor News Network and Virility.
That's it.
Which one do you want to do first?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom again, sorry.
Okay. You know, basically the idea of this game is that the ultimate demon lord is Rupert Murdoch, which I can believe that.
Roger Ailes.
Roger, yeah, probably more Roger Ailes. But I do like the whole like he rules the world through debt. Like that's just such. He uses the ham hand philosophy. A lot of screaming in rotation in this game.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a fan, Portaxx, just from those two things.
I'm back.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only two things any game needs: is screaming and rotation, and hovering. Hovering is also good, but we also we demonstrated that there was hovering.
There is
well,
hovering.
So
yeah.
There's all kinds of hovering. Sorry about the frequent breaks. I am a little sick today, so I've been drinking shit tons of water. I must have picked it up from Boots.
I know.
I think that's
water.
How it works.
You guys should stop making out online.
I mean, I'll stop when I'm dead. Not a moment sooner.
Pry Boots' dick out of my cold dead hands.
Literally, would you? Like, that's my... Did I just unplug my... What the hell? How did my controller get unplugged? Sorry, hold on.
Ghosts. Possible ghouls.
Must have knocked it when I got up. There we go. I was like, why isn't this working? Am I hitting the wrong button? Nope. So now we're sort of into the game proper, I think. The first 3 levels are sort of gradual introductions to the core concepts.
So stay low. Mundus doesn't know I exist, so I'll remain hidden until we're ready to strike. Kat knows the virility factory, what lies beneath. She will be your guide.
Here's this character model.
It'll kill you.
Draw attention.
There's donut Drake right there.
Oh, come on.
I love that. Dante's like pissed. He's like, I just barely did anything.
How?
Oh, it's a demon camera. Hello. It's got an eye.
Yeah, security cameras are actually demons. This is made by a London-based company, by the way, which is why security cameras being omnipresent is like a social commentary and not just like a weird thing.
Yeah, that's what I was. I figured that was the case. 'Cause it's like, oh, those CCTV cameras are all over the place. It's like, ah, yes, that's a thing that happens in America.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like London-y, so, but all the characters are very American, so. Oh, you like this song, by the way? These lyrics are good. Anyway, this is the easy dial-a combo that you can just do. And anytime they leave, you can just bring them back in with that. And you just kind of do this forever? Like, there's no reason to stop?
Lots of great hovering.
You're hovering, you're rotating.
Yeah.
They're screaming on the soundtrack.
It's perfect.
Portaxx out of 10.
But it's much more fun to not do that, so I mostly like it.
Sultan Salim says an American Dante in London. Oh, Dante's of London. I saw a demon with the Chinese food menu in his hands. His horns were perfect.
Oh, this is the bad version of the baby. It's got a crossbow that fires instantly instead of like a lock bomb. In the you die in one hit mode, these are actually the hardest things in the game by a giant margin. It's so awesome.
You gonna say I don't dislike the visual design, but it seems a little bit samey. Like I felt like in the other DMC games, I could change it up enough so that it felt like I was looking at something different.
Like,
oh, okay.
The game is very segmented into areas. I think like we're sort of in the town area still. The next level will be actually my least favorite area, which will be the well. I'll do it when we get there. But we're sort of still in the town area. We had a brief stop off to the mansion area, which wasn't that different. But yeah, this is kind of the last time we'll be seeing this sort of visual style.
Okay.
Hey, Snake Eye.
I guess maybe it's just because all the action really takes place mostly in limbo, and I don't know, it kind of looks a little samey. I mean,
I get what you're saying. I think that it looks less samey. I mean, there will always be shit breaking apart and flying all over the place, always in limbo. But it looks. I think once we get to the next level, you'll see that it looks a little different from this one.
The city itself is trying to stop you.
Great.
And the boardwalk looks
Virgil
pretty
sent me
different.
the camera locations for this area. Best
I think
avoid them if we can. Follow me.
And there's like a key up there or something. Mostly I've been avoiding side areas, but I really like this one because the wall comes at you and roars at you. There's like a key in here or something usually.
Yeah, rawr.
What the hell?
And he looks like Gal the Funky Homo sapiens Gorilla's character.
Huh.
Well, that's our
Nicely
first
done,
introduction
girls.
to whatever those things are. They're not an enemy, so they don't get a name. But they sort of show up and you can only beat them with gunfire. It might not happen on this difficulty, but on other difficulties, when you first meet an enemy, they'll actually show up in a cutscene and they'll get a name. Oh, it might happen right here? No, maybe not. I don't know. I guess it doesn't happen on this difficulty, but usually they'd show up and the screen would freeze for a moment, and then it would be like, this thing's name! Like, these little babies are called Bathursts, I think. Or one of them might be Pathos, and one of them might be Bathurst? There are, of course, the two types of love. Or two of the types of love. These Stygians with shields are pretty much just Stygians with shields. They're the normal guys, but they don't flinch as much. You can hit them with demon weapons easier, and 3 hits with a demon weapon will break their shield, and they're just kind of shitty dudes who don't flinch. But these red dudes are that, but you can only hit them with demon weapons. Oh, and they have a special move, which is this, which lights the ground on fire, and you have to be in demon mode or you'll take damage. Which is sort of a neat little, like, caveat, because, like, you might want to hit something with an angel weapon. You can do it as long as you're not on the ground. But these bird ladies they sort of poke at you from afar they usually wait until you're occupied with something else to do it, because they're devious. But you can deflect their shit, and also you can always just grapple to them, and if you shoot them, they'll lose their wings and fall to the
There you are.
for a while.
Here I am.
This isn't good. It's the walls. Get out of here!
Oops. I actually had my control. Not on the ground. I forgot I had to do something there. Yeah, and this would be that dude's introduction, I think, but I guess we could get it. So, this dude is like the other shielded dudes, only you can actually break his shields with angel weapons, because you have to, because he only gets hit by angel weapons. If I hit him with a demon weapon, I just bounce off. They're kind of a pain to take down, because they still have a fair bit of health, and angel weapons don't do that much damage. They also have an ability, they can shoot out a line of ice, which can hit other enemies, and you can also reflect it to hit them and shoot them. Oh shit, I fell right on the thing over there. what? That was interesting. I landed in the saw, hit him, and then it was like, no, actually you got hit. I guess I can show off I'm not supposed to have it yet, but this is what Devil Trigger looks like in this case. It's completely different. Instead of just making you more powerful, it makes you a bit more powerful. It makes you quite a bit more powerful. What the fuck is the camera? Okay, there we go. It makes you a lot more powerful, but it also shoves everything up in the air and makes them float there. And it makes it so that aerial attacks do even more additional damage. On top of the extra damage you do for DmC. It's kind of ridiculously overpowered, and it's not really that fun, so I probably won't use it very much. Because it's just kind of like how you get free air combos. Which is already, like, you already get air combos pretty easy in this game, so you don't need it to be easier. Because even when every enemy even when you're playing on the mode where every enemy kills you in one hit, and you only have 3 golden orbs and that's all you get, like, most of the moves you do are just correct. Like, it's really the biggest downside of this game. It's just like, it really is, despite the fact that it really shouldn't be easy, it is fundamentally kind of easy. You just, not in that it is the simplest game ever. But just, like, just in terms of purely winning and getting a good score, like, it is just way too easy. Like, this dude, you could give him 10 times more health and make him do a bunch more damage, and it wouldn't really make a difference. It'd be just as easy, because you can just combo each other. And every move is good against him. And if for some reason you didn't want to fight him face to face, you can just long range him too. Weak against that. Like, you can't keep up. And he's supposed to be one of the bigger threats. Has the devil started crying yet? No, people have cried at the devil in this game.
So they may cry. No one said they were definitely going to.
By the way, I was curious, so I looked up what pathos and pathos means.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pathos is like, you know, in writing when something evokes sadness,
yes.
like, you know, when it's full of pathos. Pathos is apparently in writing or like work of art when something moves from something sublime, like something like transcendent, to something really mundane or anticlimactic. Like.
The game doesn't really expect you to know that Stinger makes you go places faster. So I kind of have a lot of spare time left over on this one. Oh, huh. That's interesting. Okay. What? What? What?
Demonic
what?
checkered flag.
What the fuck?
Oh! Hello.
What the hell?
Okay. Remember I said this game was pleasantly buggy?
Wee.
Oh.
You get to see the ripple of his butt. That's pretty sexy. Butt's jiggling.
He's just twerking down.
Wait, if I
the
use a gold
dimension.
orb, are you joking?
This is the rest of the game now.
I can't,
Handsome Squidward judges you.
I can't even pause right now, folks. What the
Well.
fuck? Okay.
It's a nice screensaver, though.
I'm gonna have to force close the game. Give me a sec.
This Windows visualizer's pretty great.
Yeah, it's very Winamp looking.
What the fuck? Okay.
It's because he's the unholy union of an angel and a demon. It just causes this shit to happen sometimes.
I guess. Okay, I have an idea for what I can do to make this a little less boring to go back through that again. I'm gonna do the one-hit kill mode, where enemies die in one hit, but so do I, and I'll just sort of power through it with pistols, because I already did like half that level.
Fair enough.
That's a pretty extreme
goofballs.
bug. That's actually the first bug I found, at least in this playthrough of it, where like I actually had to restart the game. There's been several that killed me, but never one that just soft locked.
Are you discovering some new pro strats?
Apparently.
It's some bold new tech, the whole jumping infinitely into a void and can't get out.
This is the prequel to Overwatch, this level. It's Underwatch. Nice, nailed it. I only did that like 10 minutes late. It's fine.
Okay, I gotta rejoin the stream.
Oh right, you do.
Okay.
I'm just skipping through the cutscenes, but let me know.
That's fine.
Actually, I won't go past where I was, but I'll start moving forward. I'm just gonna be shooting dudes with pistols, basically.
As you do.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, so right now, for the benefit of the stream, I'm in the one-hit kill mode. I die in one hit, but so does everything else. It's been a mode in every DmC game. Well, since the third one. I'm just doing it to blow through the level again, so you don't have to watch it so much. Maybe I could just get up there. Jimmy Franks, the mysterious stream joiner, has joined.
What?
Oh, Jimmy Franks, you might want to watch me on Steam, because then you won't have as much of a delay.
Oh, I'm not watching.
Oh,
Just here.
Oh, so when you said, are you discovering pro strats, that wasn't a joke about what was happening on screen?
Well, no, I saw you falling through the map.
I was like, that would be kind of very prescient if not.
No, I'm actually going to do my own sub. I'm sub streaming.
Shit. He's psyching off my viewers, folks.
Listen to this one and go to my channel. I'm playing some Terraria.
Ooh.
So just get two windows open.
I've done that.
And listen to this one and turn the volume down on the other one.
There you are.
Here I am.
This isn't good. It's the walls.
One not fun thing about replaying this game is that some things are skippable and some things are not. And like that little thing talking to her was not skippable. This, I'm mashing skip right now. Oh, I guess this doesn't skip at all. Some things will only be skippable after a few seconds. It means you spend a lot of time on replays watching the same cutscenes. The starts of the same cutscenes over and over. Just not fun. And there's another thing that, like, die-hard fans of the series were like, oh, see, it's bad now. And it is bad, but it's not like... I don't know. It's not the worst thing possible. Okay, we're almost back to where I was. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna really love it if you forget to turn this mode off whenever you start the next stage.
I think I'm gonna turn the difficulty down a stage anyway, just because it takes a while to friggin' beat things in Dante Must Die, and I feel like we'll just spend too long watching me wail on stuff. So I will lower it a bit. Anyways, this is where we left off.
One more.
Should I do that secret mission? Oh, I screwed it up. I can't get into it from here, so I guess not. I'm too lazy to go
Over
back.
here, Dante. We're clear. For the time being.
Never seen a witch use a spray can before.
Well, spells can take hours, if not days, to prepare. So why not can it for instant use later?
And they do it with cheese. Where'd you learn this stuff?
Virgil taught me the basics of demonology and occultism. Built a natural talent for it. Said it would help me to focus on something.
I've never seen a witch use a spray can before.
Instead of what?
I mean, have you, Jimmy?
I guess not. But
Yeah, she's got
Instead of
Wiccan
she
materials
keep-
in there, including squirrel cum. That's
Really,
like not
she
a thing I
uses-
made up.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's clever.
She uses graffiti stencils to make the more complicated spells.
What? Okay. So just out of curiosity, what's the name of this game that we're watching right now?
This is DmC Devil May Cry. It is the reboot of Devil May Cry.
So is it a sequel? Is it a prequel?
It is a reboot.
It's a reboot.
It was originally
So
going
it's
to
like
be
a complete
It was
reboot?
actually originally going to be a prequel. So all the people are like, oh, the stupid Western developer didn't know what they're doing and took it away from its roots. Their original design of Dante was like, it was going to be in series, and the design looked a lot more like Dante. And Capcom was like, no, 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 no. We don't want it to look anything like our current Dante. You should make him more moody and more different, and the gameplay should be a total reboot of the story.
Okay.
So it is not in continuity at all. And people get mad about it. But
Has
they
there
always-
been sequels from this starting point? Are there?
No, because this game was not. It was considered to be a failure. It actually sold pretty well, all things considered, but it did not sell pretty well enough. And fan consensus was against it enough that I think they would remake it. Like, when it came out, all the fans of the Devil May Cry series talked about how terrible it was, and so the presumption was that it was really terrible and everybody hated it. And only in the past couple years, a whole bunch of people, most of whom were not previously fans of the series, have come out and been like, actually, I really liked that game. And it turns out this game was, like, secretly popular all along. But,
And when did this one come out?
2013.
And have there been other games since then in the franchise?
No, unless you count the special edition they released for 4. They re-released 4 as a special edition, and it had 3 new characters, which for this game is kind of like half a new game, but no, there haven't.
And we're good to go.
You know, if my name was Dante and I showed up in town, and there was a big sign on the building that said "Kill Dante,"
You'd leave town,
that'd make me feel pretty unwelcome. I'd be bummed out.
You may even cry.
Can I just say how much I like this effect of like the people in the real world walking around quickly?
Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier. I really like that effect too. Like when you were running from the boardwalk, you could see like the other people fleeing, like the kind of shadow.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really
And,
nice.
like right here too, there's some that just sort of show up. Like I just really love the way that they did everything.
Yeah. Yeah, the visual design in general is really nice. I think it could use with more colors. Like it feels like everything's kind of red and gray, but you know.
Well, colors are definitely.
It's not bad.
The next level will be yellow, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Good.
when's the underwater level?
There is not an underwater level.
Is there an
There
ice
is a
zone?
grappling hook right there for no reason. Is there an ice level? No.
Is there a trumpet level? That's also very important to me.
When do you get your Tanuki suit?
You can. It's not in game, but you can get a Tanuki suit. Level if you want.
And you get your magic hat so you can take over the demons and use their powers.
Although, Joey Franks, you'll be interested to know that there is a Fox News level where he's gonna go toe-to-toe with Bill O'Reilly.
Literally no spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Thanks, Portaxx.
I'm not kidding though, it's actually in there.
Yeah. Well, they said so much. It's like we got to take them down. So nice.
Who invited you, fat ass?
Those are my favorite levels, so I don't want to spoil them. So this is a big climatic fight where both these dudes charge you at the same time, and I'm in the mode where that doesn't matter.
Fatter they are. Harder they fall.
Oh well. There is actually a sewer level. Shall I ask where the sewer level is? There is one.
Dante,
Oh, of course.
there's chaos out here, but I found a way
Yeah,
out.
no, the next 2 levels after this one are actually my least
I
favorite.
marked it. Dante,
I am running.
I feel like the soundtrack right here.
I am running. Run more! Run extra!
Are you ready for a really great punchline? Actually, a setup and
I just seem to drag on forever. Church.
nice.
The police have released footage of the terrorist responsible for the recent attacks at St. Agrius' church.
Yeah, he nailed it,
He goes
right?
by the name of
Yep.
Dante.
Really sold the punchline.
He should have just walked past her and walked out, smirked him, and like r/atheism.
Inform the police meeting, but do not approach him. He has a history.
See, there he is.
Actually, it's a good question.
And is a known
Like, what if Dante just goes to
sexual
Virgil
deviant.
and is like, "Hey, so is God
This is
real?
Bob Barbas.
Because angels are real.
Just doing God's work.
Like, is God real? Can we talk about that for just a second? Like, should we believe in him? Probably. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna switch difficulties back.
Bob Barbas.
Bob Barbas.
Just doing God. So I'm gonna switch to Son of Sparta so that dudes have a little less health and I spend less time pounding on them. Heh. Oh, there's one lost soul. So there's 3 types of pickups in this game. There's keys, and there's secret doors, which you open with keys, which is like a weird system. And the secret doors get you the missions. But there's also just lost souls, which just get you red orbs. And they're just like a tormented being stuck in a wall that you have to kill. Which is like very theme appropriate and very silly. And there's one in this level I haven't found, but I probably won't be able to find it.
I was here years ago as a child. I explored the whole facility unseen.
Oh, what a cute mascot.
I sensed a demon under the factory. Succubus. An ancient one. I believe it's the source of the psychotropic ingredient. That's what they use to control us.
Welcome, visitors, to the Virility Factory. Virility's secret ingredient is what makes Virility the #1 soft drink in the world. And best of all, it has been scientifically proven to improve weight loss by 21% and enhance sexual performance by 63%.
How do people actually fall for this crap?
If you're told something's true often enough, you tend to believe it.
It's like Adbusters designed a
crazy
video
for
game. I
seeing demons.
fucking love it.
Tried telling me I was a
What is that mascot supposed to be? Like a slug or something? Like,
Yep. Yeah, it's an
okay.
adorable slug.
I think it's the Cupid Tarko.
You just wanted to keep me weak. Docile.
Huh.
How did you figure it all out?
Virgil pulled me out of the nightmare. You?
When the people you're supposed to trust most turn out to be demon scum, your eyes really do open up to evil everywhere. I took a stand, fought back, killed, no matter the consequences. So I chose my path and I lived by it. And after all that anger, violence, and death, you have to dig deep. Dig into your own heart. To see if you're still sane. Or if you can still call yourself human.
Wow, thanks for the poetry.
I
You
just
wrote that in
knew
your
in my heart
notebook?
I wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
So how did
Crawling
you
in
figure
my
out that the
skin.
world was invaded by demons? Well, I mean, I fucked a lot and I punched some police. Oh.
I was really hoping after his explanation it cut back to her and her face was just like, okay. Okay.
Hidden deep inside the
I found my path by
There is no
listening to a lot of
physical
new
way to
metal.
reach it from our world. Only from limbo. There's a rift inside.
Rest assured that it has been deemed both safe and beneficial by our trustworthy and ethical scientists.
So hey, here's a segment where you walk for a while in the real world. This is really boring on a repeated
This way, I
playthroughs.
think.
You said you'd been here before.
And this office
Yes,
not
but
skippable.
it was
There's a
during
couple
an
parts
out-of-body
like this where
experience
it's
years
just
ago.
kind of like a long walk.
I'm flying around in spirit form.
So,
Yeah, in limbo.
you know, I
Virgil
spent a
says
lot
it
of
could be an
time
effective intelligence
thinking
gathering
about
tool, but
the
I
amount of
can't
pants
do it
that
way.
characters in video games wear.
Why is it up close to 0 so often?
Well, I'm confused by this
What are
this woman's outfit because obviously it's probably like fall weather. She's wearing a hoodie, but she's wearing virtually no pants.
Because she's a rebel, Jimmy.
She's wearing just enough pants to cover her genitals. but she's wearing a hoodie with the hood up. I don't know. Her ears are cold.
Because she wants to be inconspicuous, Jimmy. Obviously, she won't draw any attention to herself this
She'll
way.
never draw attention this way.
I would be just as confused by that outfit if I encountered that on the street.
Just stop a girl on the street being like, "Can I just ask you a few questions about your pants?"
I mean, I think that would be rude. On a living human outfit or appearance in general, but
I would ask.
She's a Wiccan.
I'm just saying.
So
I would ask if they were cold. Be like, "Do you need to borrow some pants? You seem to have lost 90% of yours."
Look, she's attuned to the occult, and you can only sense the occult if your thighs and calves are exposed.
That's where the cult scenting muscles are. One thing I do like about the real world segments is you'll go back through them in limbo usually, and it is like you actually, like I could go back through some of the alternate ways through those hallways, and like it actually in limbo, like it kind of follows the same layout but different.
Huh.
Which is a nice touch.
That's neat.
Another thing I like is that the real world areas really are like very plain, which I think sort of makes limbo look weirder and crazier and makes the real world look more enough, which is a neat touch.
But the demons may sense you once you're in limbo, so stay alert.
And once I've reached the mixing room,
You'll be able to.
You know, all this talk about pants reminds me of this one comic book character, Maid Man, which I really like, which is basically a guy who dresses up in maid in a maid costume and like with a just a banana hammock over it, and his whole idea is like it's a. Oh.
Sorry, I just got it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, his whole idea is a parody of like how like comic book characters are dressed, like how the women are dressed, and his whole idea is like he dresses that way because the human eye, when he's dressed like that, is naturally designed to look towards the crotch, and it distracts his enemies so that he can take them out better. Look up Maid Man, it's really funny.
So, you've got a game with a really unique visual style that is very striking, and it's one of the big selling points. So, you should probably have like a warehouse level, right?
Yeah.
Like a boring
We're gonna break
warehouse
some
level?
crates.
it's a lot bigger here in Limbo. What next?
I mean, to be
back to
fair,
the
it's
mixing
probably
room.
the most
I'll
interesting
meet you
looking
there.
warehouse level I've ever seen, but that is saying so
Obesity.
little.
Stupidity. Drink virility.
Obesity.
So this level's gimmick is being a warehouse level and also being kind of confusing and always having two paths that don't really matter. It's a bad level. Just straight up, it's not good. I wish it
Oh, okay. By the way, Jimmy Franks, if you were wondering about those messages you see when you're in Limbo, which is like halfway between Demon World and Real World, you get these They Live style text things over the advertisements. So.
It's really silly.
So in other words, Jimmy, put on the glasses. Just put on the glasses. Oh, by the way, what I was going to say earlier, you can really... One way you can tell this is more Western as opposed to the anime stylings of the other Devil May Cry is that the other Devil May Cry is just anime style of just be like, I'm in this place and a lot of stylish stuff is happening, but I'm just going to do shit because I'm in an anime. Whereas this one actually is like, here's a storyline, a plot line, a villain, here's like how we're plotting out, like, you know, like here's where the plot is going and all that. Like that's...
I mean, that's always been Ninja Theory's thing, is that they wanted to... They weren't really concerned about like the specific mechanics. They want to get a feel of their game across and their narrative. And
yeah.
When this game is at its worst, it's when its more complicated mechanics clash with its like more narrative based. Oh, god damn it! Cool. That's a fun bug. Sometimes you open that door and it just shoves you off the groove. Great. But yeah. They actually just recently, Ninja Theory just recently came out with a game called Hellblade, which I think is maybe the ideal game for them, and that is the game about like getting the feel of like nervous combat across. Like, I think it's pretty much ideal.
Yeah.
I think they found what they want to do, and I really like their concept. They talk a lot about AAA gaming and how it's like basically the middle ground of gaming is unsustainable, and they think that's really bad, and they're trying to be what you call...
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about this today.
Yeah, I talked about it a bit too. With ya.
indie AAA, which is like AAA level
Yeah.
production, but with a more narrow scope, so you can do everything self-published.
Yeah, it's like style-wise and polish-wise, it's a AAA game, but they're only doing it. It's like only on sale for like $30, and they're like, yeah, like you said, they're trying to be like, we're indie, but we're like to the level of a AAA to kind of
Right.
show.
And the way we
Because
accomplish that is by not trying to do everything. We're not an open world,
Yeah.
combat, stealth, about with dating sim,
Yeah.
which actually sounds rad when I say it like that. Sorry. Sounds stupid.
Yeah. I get what you mean, but I also want that game too.
Yeah, like, I think I screwed up and made it too good.
Maybe that's what Death Stranding is gonna turn out to be. You don't know.
Oh, I would totally be all about that. I want a dating sim with Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus. Now kiss.
I'm gonna date anime version of Pan's Labyrinth guy.
But so yeah, without going too much into it, it's like problem with the games industry with that is like games either have to be super AAA and make like sell 10 million copies for each game to be profitable, or they're like small indie games. And there's like there used to be an in between, like you could make kind of like a mid-range game or one that wouldn't make those sales but would still be successful in its own way, and that's just kind of died. Like those games don't come out anymore, or they come out. Or they come out, and then the companies are just like, well, you only sold 2 million, we need to sell 10 million, so you're a failure. And it's like, no, it's like... not every game is going to be super killer. But yeah. Anyways.
Well, it's also so gross because these giant AAA company type things just mistreat their workers horribly. Just there isn't a single one of those companies I can guarantee you that isn't like just doing horrible ethics violations by forcing their employees.
I used to say Valve, but they're not a games company anymore, so I guess you're right.
That's true. Valve did used to be, back when they were making games, they were at least nice about it.
Yeah.
And then
like,
I think that's one of the reasons that their employees are like cult-like fanatical about it.
Yeah, like
If you
Eric,
listen
like
to
the whole story about how Gabe Newell let Eric recover from whatever illness he was having.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, I pledge my life to this company now.
Yeah, if you want to read more about that, by the way, the Portal, I didn't see the Portal one, but the Portal 2, the Final Hours, like the interactive magazine they put out with it, is really interesting to see, like, kind of how things go with the employees of Valve, the histories and all that. But anyways, yeah, all I think about is, like, I think it was Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb Raider, where it's like, well, it only sold like 4 million copies, so we're gonna count it as a failure. And it's like, wait, what? Like, what? That's kind of fucked up. If a game can sell that much and still be like, well, no, we're this wasn't up to what we were wanting.
I think similarly, Resident Evil 7 also didn't sell as much, even though it sold like 8 million copies or whatever. They were just like, we wanted it to sell more. It's like, well, I mean, it's not a fucking movie. So.
Yeah.
Fucking huh? Check it out. Nope.
Oh, by the way, in the chat there's Pepsi Man!
Yeah, he came back.
And he says, watch Death Stranding turn out to be a Mega Man clone. I would be all about that.
Oh, I forgot 2 moves. When you grapple hook somebody, if you hit X right when you hit them or they hit you, you either kick them or uppercut them. And it does like very little damage, but it's kind of fun. Yeah, I'll show how good this fight is against these weak enemies. now that it's full dead.
This music. I forget about the music, and then another song comes up, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what this music is.
Yeah. I think it's got more combat music than any of the rest of the. Oh, you're gonna teleport, huh? Not anymore.
You know, with this music and with what you're doing, this game feels closest to like you're playing an anime music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a 2013 game, this is very like 2004 music.
Yeah, that's not wrong. You're not wrong.
Like, I just couldn't imagine this game with any other music.
Yeah, like if Devil May Cry doesn't have shitty music, then what the hell is even the point, really?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Totally agree.
Stop parrying it over and over. I was gonna say that. There you go.
Yeah, the music is like DmC, Devil May Cry on the whole. It's like over the top and dumb in a way that really, really works.
Mm-hmm. DmC is way more than
Fuck
some
it.
of it. Yeah, just the walls. The walls. Fuck you, Dante. I really like that. There was a part earlier that I think you missed during one of the chase scenes where it said crush him, and then further down it goes, like in tiny print because it's far away, it just says, we hate you.
Aw, yeah, I did miss that.
Like that part.
See, I actually do like the whole like text on the screen, because usually in games when they do that kind of thing, like text on the walls, it's usually like tutorial stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they use it here to be like, you're in a world, you're in like a sentient world that actually hates you, so it's all saying shit to fuck with you.
Yep.
Somewhere on the Japanese side of the internet is some big long Japanese post translating all the text on the walls, so that way Japanese players will know it.
Well, they may not need to. I mean,
now they know what it means, assholes.
This is fun.
That's pretty good. I like that. Like a woodpecker.
Fun part is, I guess,
A pretty intense combo, man.
Did you get him?
I got him. That move,
Oh, okay.
the first
I couldn't
part of that
tell.
move, I kept canceling it, and I think the first part maybe doesn't do damage. 'cause
Dead end.
That was pretty good.
That's always fun. I like that.
Wait. Oh, that's an effect that's supposed to happen if I come from the other direction. The text is just on the ground there. Okay, there we go.
Well.
You probably can't tell, but this is the area that I walked in the real world with Kat.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can kind of see it.
Yeah, and it'd be more obvious if I had gone the wrong ways, which you can. Like, there's nothing in the other directions. But you can walk. There's a couple alternate paths that I could take, and they're the same as the alternate paths I can take here. Oh, that's right, I can't go in here if it's an enemy. This dude exists just to annoy me. There we go. Let me get in that secret room now. I've definitely missed a few, but whatever. Oh, this is actually one of my favorite ones. You can only do damage to enemy within the green zone, which gradually shrink, and then there's like a new area. I think it's a really neat gimmick. I almost wish there were more secrets. Okay, they have to be inside the area, not me. Oh, shit.
That was a chainsaw to the face.
It was a chainsaw to the face, but that's fine.
Now, man getting hit by a chainsaw.
Ow, my face.
Ow, my face!
Oh, that dude just ran. Oh, did you lose the game? That's so weird.
Just go back to doing that one air combo while we come.
Oh, there we go.
Shit.
We now rejoin Serious Sam, a way of progress.
Oh, I'm not sure I'm gonna get lose in time. Hold on. Oh no, probably I'm okay.
Now, sadly, this game doesn't have any enemies as dumb and interesting as guys with no heads, but their hands are bombs.
Well, I mean, that's the best video game enemy that anyone has ever made.
That's true. How are they screaming? I never figured that out.
And they never have to stop to take a breath.
If you read the in-game like journal enemy descriptions, it says that it's, if I remember correctly, their bombs are rubbing against each other, and something about the friction of it is making the screaming noise.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. You buy that, right?
The lore of Serious Sam 3 is fair. I can't even finish the sentence. It's fine.
Yeah, I like how you broke midway through that.
This game isn't serious at all now that I think about it.
More like unserious Sam.
They should have a game called Wacky Sam where it's just completely serious the whole time.
Oh, here we go. I think I know what this enemy is.
No, you don't.
I don't?
Because we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
This is just the pumping room.
Oh, okay.
Where a bunch of fat dudes in jars get their organs.
What in the shooting hell is going on here?
Ah, yes, the fat dude jar room.
But it's the source we're interested in.
A lot of old houses have those.
This is on the other end of that.
That's right. This way.
Trouble.
Bunch of fat dudes.
Give me a minute.
Be careful.
Classic, you know, bottling plant. So the gimmick in this room is periodically these jars let out acid, and you don't want to be on the acid. Just like as a general rule, and like jump in. Well, when I say it like that, it sounds like I'm being anti.
But it's just asterisks. I mean, actual like acid, not like.
Apparently, Frank's special move is being a buzzkill.
Straight edge.
The acid doesn't just do damage, it also can make you stagger and then fucks up your attack.
Ah, the old acid shoe. Classic move.
Bamboozled again. Very clever, sir.
Old-timey hats off to you.
They call their own hats old-timey.
Oh, sure, because they're in old-timey.
Hello, welcome to old-timey New York.
Calling all cars, calling all cars. We've got some kind of disturbance at the acid plant. Reports of a demon killer. Fighting multiple demons.
Why is that not in this game?
He's doing the boogie woogie with the demons, and it's not the tops. In fact, it's the pits.
appears to have a demon hunter going mano-a-mano fisticuffs with the demon hordes.
I love fakey old-timey stuff.
Oh shit, nice jump. Good vertical. Oh, one way to get these dudes unenraged is just to make them run into a wall. And just sort of shake their heads.
All that old-timey stuff reminds me of the greatest video I was ever shown in like a school, like a class, as a class thing. And I still have the VHS of it, but I would like to find it online, but I can't anywhere. But it's called American Eats: History on a Bun. And the thing that was amazing about it was that it was about, like, you know, the origins of different fast food in America, but every single thing they said, they had to illustrate their point with random, weird, out-of-context stock footage. So it was amazing. They'd be like, and then when the pizza took off, everyone felt it like everyone wanted to put it in their stomach, and it would like cut to the guy getting hit in the gut with a cannon. It's just like, this has nothing to do with anything. It was the most amazing video.
That whole time Dante was supposed to be making fat jokes about the two big guys, but maybe he doesn't on this mode.
Dante, you okay?
What horse shit? You turn around and you make him do it again.
It's just a big fat joke.
Well, it kind of makes this punchline
Let's go
worthless.
get this succubus.
Like, that, because he didn't make a fat joke, so it doesn't really work.
It's a more body-conscious Dante. Doesn't want to shame anyone.
Oh, big fat joke. Oh man.
Classic.
Yeah, let's get out of this Brooklyn hipster. This is like, it's one of those artisanal acid factories.
They won't serve you anything on a plate. It's got to be like in a specimen jar or something. Like
exactly.
It's
like a little hand-lettered placard.
I got a petri dish.
So you have to get all the way down.
I see.
This is the sewer
This
level,
tunnel will lead you to
technically.
the succubus.
How do I get down there?
Can only get there from limbo. I can't follow.
What is that, an egg timer?
It's a vial containing a spell I made from a variety of...
I don't need to know.
You jump, I twist.
Are you serious?
Trust me.
I jump, you twist.
Good luck.
I don't know why he stops running there, but he definitely does. Oh shit! So we're on a timer. We have to get to the end in 2 minutes. Or we in
So
trouble.
you're just gonna stop? Oh, no.
If we don't make it, then we fall into that big fan that's at the end of it. I'd show you, but I don't think it's a particularly interesting animation. I think you just sort of fall.
Can you just, you have to combat these guys, or can you just run past?
Oh, I can absolutely run past. But you know what I'll do to my rating? Not good.
You won't look cool enough, Frank. Jimmy Franks?
Savage.
He won't look cool enough. And the game is very concerned with him looking cool.
Well, now I want Frank's voice to be, instead of that announcer, savage. Sadistic.
Sensational.
Actually, I don't think I'm gonna try and fight them all. It took too long. You can. It's not that hard, but
I'm in it hard.
I don't
like the sound of that. Better hurry up.
Who's he talking to? I like how he just talks to the player at that point. Like, hey, please hurry. I don't like dying.
Open up.
Oh wow. It really was nighttime. Oh, what a stink.
Whoa.
Yeah, you die anyway, actually. Dante falls into the flame no matter what. That's not true. That'd be stupid. So every area in this place kind of has a gimmick that's like supposed to be like a social commentary, and this one's probably the weakest in that it's like unhealthy food is bad for you, which like I don't think people don't know that.
I mean, I can kind of see it though, because there are a bunch of like commercials and stuff being like, "Ew, you're eating vegetables? No one's gonna come to your party."
Yeah.
Pizza and
oh yeah, there was that
one's face.
Yeah, what was the one where it's like you brought salad to the potluck and like nobody wants it, but then yeah, I forget what that was a commercial for, but I totally remember that.
I mean, that was The Simpsons, but I suppose that goes without.
No, there was a literal commercial like the. Also, can I just say I appreciate how the like checkered flag texture just looks like the thing's missing textures from
Yeah.
from the game.
Collect all the giant error signs.
You did put the textures in for the checkpoints, right? Yeah, they're black and white.
It's fine, right?
Oops. I missed one. I wonder if I can make it.
It's coincidentally looks exactly like the thing that we use to make sure the textures are lined up when we're texturing our characters. Don't even worry about it.
Consume stupidity. Consume stupidity.
I want to consume stupidity.
Virility, passion. Anyways, the gimmick of this boss
was a
is a
bad
pretty
guy.
good one. The gimmick is that she swears a lot. The gimmick
That's
is
extreme.
really filthy.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah,
I want to soak up all of this cutscene.
Remember that super cute mascot?
So you must be the secret ingredient.
Here's the super cute mascot.
I want to hear the slug swear.
I'm your prom date, you ugly sack of shit.
What's that orange stuff?
You missed. My name, by the way, is Dante.
Dante, son of Sparda and Eva,
Yeah, but you can call me Dante the Demon Killer. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
what's it kill me? You can't tell me. I'm 1,200 years old.
You don't look a day over 12,000.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Nice day.
Okay. Sorry, that's all I wanted. It was just them yelling "fuck you" at each other.
It's real good. Yeah, people took this scene out of context and were just like, see, look how bad the writing is. But actually the writing is great, and this is everything I want out of this. So, like, I don't...
Also, to answer your question, Frank, I'm sorry, Jimmy, I guess that's her... I guess that's the succubus's acid, which they're putting into the soft drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Throw up acid.
So the gimmick, there's a couple gimmicks, well, I don't know if gimmicks are right word, but a couple things about the succubus. She mostly takes damage when her head is uncovered, which happens after attacks. So if you do enough damage, she'll be vulnerable, and then you can really wail on it for a bit.
You mean the glowing red thing?
Yeah. She also occasionally spits up acid all over the platform, like she's actually doing right now. And then you have to go to another one. I know it's kind of crazy, but you do hit the boss in the big red glowing big spot. And then once you get it down, you go over to one of the sides and you call for one of the support things. I just really like that they like. I mean, pretty much all DmC bosses have like a narrative thing, like something that like they usually just kind of have one specific quirk, and I like that this one's quirk is really fucking angry and filthy all the time. Like that's a really good quirk.
I guess they were trying to go against the thing like the succubus is usually like the ooh, I'm so sexy, but this is just like, this is a giant gross slug with a lady face.
Yeah,
Bet you didn't expect that, did you?
Are they ever going to get into what exactly the succubus is getting out of this deal? Being like hooked up to tubes?
She works for Mundus. She's Mundus' succubus.
But is that all she's getting out of this?
Well, there is some implication that like he might love her to some degree, or at least lust for her. Well, we'll see in a second. But she's also just a demon and likes making demons rule. Well, here's a bit of cut content. In the demo, when you punch her in the face like this, she yells out donkey punch. But I guess that was just a little too much, because they took it out of the game. But meanwhile, pulling off your head and shitting down your neck is too vile. I don't know.
Sure. I actually do like that early on, like her insults are more tame, and then as you get further, she gets more like over the top cursing.
Oh, something I just found out the other day. Let me see if I can do it. Oh yeah, you can parry. Oh, I mean, I guess I could have used the demon thing. I might figure that out. I'll give a couple of tries. I guess you can't parry that one. Here we go. No, I missed it. Fuck it. I just recently, the other day, found out you can actually parry boss attacks. Something I didn't know. You get special animations for everything. Yeah, I convinced MTV this game is good now.
Are you gonna end the stream? Is that all this was
Yeah,
about?
that's it. It's over, guys. I've just immediately cut it right now.
You're done.
You're so dumb. I seriously love it.
I get it. Dumped.
You're too clingy.
I think you're all mixed up.
Jokes here, pretty dumb. I love it.
Wait till you hear the next joke that's about that.
Oh, that's a bad day. That's a bad day at work.
Oh, nice.
Should probably put a grate or something.
All mixed up.
I feel like that violates all kinds of workplace safety.
Yeah, the succubus has been suing
Rules.
to get a grade on that fan for like years. Oh, here's this thing.
Demon OSHA is not going to be happy.
No, he gets Hulk hands.
My succubus.
Really? Must we talk about her?
My succubus is dead.
Oh.
Sparda.
The traitor, what of him?
His spawn. The NEPHILIM. It fights.
How much did they have to pay to get Ray Liotta's likeness for this game?
All my life, I wanted to be a demon.
You know, I think I'm gonna call it there, and we'll do the next missions next.
Okay.
Although I could show you real quick just how easy it is to break this game. This won't take long.
I think you already showed that, but yes, show us more further.
That was the first time.
That was
I've
just
heard
lifted with the iceberg.
You remember this place?
But, like, they must have known what I'm about to do is possible, because they know you can do it. I think they were just like, whatever. So this is that level where you have to, you know, work your way all the way around and get the blue rose. Or get the blue rose. And then have to, oh wait. I have to do it with this, don't I? You can just do this and grab the rose. Like, there's nothing stopping.
This was your home.
Oh, Montrose bailed early. Montrose hates this game. He can't stand it. Montrose bailed immediately. So yeah, you can do that. And you can also just, as I showed before, you could just jump right across right after the first fight. It's real breakable. But yeah, that's the basics. Next time we will be heading towards probably my favorite area. Actually, my favorite two areas of the game, back to back, if I remember correctly. Where we will be heading towards Bill O'Reilly's demonic prison, and then we will. Well, I won't spoil it, but the area after that is really fun too.
Awesome.
That is the stream. It's a nice. They finally put in a training mode into the game. Something they probably.
Franks for streaming.
Franks for watching, everybody. Thank you for franking, especially putting up with the audio issues I had at the start. I had no idea what happened.
Now they're either taken care of forever, or it's going to be extra frustrating when they come back next time.
Yeah, I mean, I have the game very quiet for me, but I don't mind that much. I don't know why that is a thing that needs to be done, but I guess it does. Anyways, I'll stop bitching. Franks for... I'm hitting the button.